Hey fellow mobs, Moby here. Hello, hello. Hey Inhibit, are you there?
Yep, I am. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Well, morning for...
Yeah, it is morning for you, huh? Well, this is more comfortable than 3 p.m., right?
Yeah.
Which would be like an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I hope everyone's having a great day. Let me quickly greet chat. And yes, I am aware that the last two had a bit of an error. I made this in the morning. Sorry about that. I did double check, but turns out I fucking suck at double checking. So I'll go ahead. I fixed it just now. Like, let me quickly send myself a reminder to fix it, and I'll have it fixed by next stream. The last two were actually Burning Convoy by Tilespawn, CRSS by Skull One Gabriel. So sorry about that, but I'll have it fixed by next time. Let's see. Fix the video and use that one instead. Okay, there we go. Okay, but otherwise, I hope you all loved the intro. I thought it was a really cool way to show off my appreciation for the cool shit people make here. But yeah, I whipped that up real quick. Yeah, it was pretty cool. If you want to know what song
it is a really
was,
cool intro.
Yeah, I'm so glad you like it, Inhibit. I wanted you to in particular to appreciate that one. But basically, it put like the background theme is from Faker's. You know, in League of Legends, they had this event where Faker had like an event, but essentially it kind of like celebrates his like achievements in the esports industry, and it was from that theme. Let me go ahead and greet everyone. But yeah, that was the theme. Back with Chip. Hello, Mr. Streamer Man. Hello, gotcha. Empress. How you doing? But yeah, Talespot, I caught Ancient Lotus' name is cut off. Oh, why you tell me now?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, that's fine. No, I just fixed it just now, but I'll just fix this later. Fuck it, I'll fix it later. I thought I fixed it, but okay. Good evening again. Hello, Big Sean. Hello, Bag of Chips. Slayer. Hello, Talespawn. We'll be having Talespawn in later when we go over the winners, the community and the judge winners. Let's see here. Who else is here? Oh, this is from old stream. Hang on. Go down. All right, cool. Steam and Zia, thank you for the daily login. Peak intro, indeed. Lova, Ogawa, thank you for the daily login. No. Yep. Yeah. So, if you guys are the intro was actually all the previous Fashion Core winners. Like, so anybody that won like either judge or monthly judge or community winner, like
community.
Yeah, I used like the pictures for those.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Makes you wonder if Moby will add more into the monthly Fashion Core intro. Yes, I will. I have the video all prepped, so I could easily add more and extend the song as long as it need be. In fact, the song is actually incomplete. It plays about 1.5 times through, and it just repeats because like yeah, we don't actually have enough. So yes, I will. So if you win the community or judge winner, you will be added to that list. And now, like, again, like, I don't know.
You didn't add the ones from this time.
Huh?
I just realized.
No, not from this
time. You
time.
didn't add the winners from this time.
Not the new ones.
Right,
not the new ones from this one, because I wanted to reveal it at the end.
I see.
Yeah, I didn't want people to just go, okay, those are the winners, CF, just fucking leave. I'm like, I kind of
fair enough.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, it's true that it could just, if they really wanted to, they could go to Discord and peek it. That is true, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to, like, you know, I figured it would be cooler if like, you know, they were just added at the end of the stream. I'm sorry, at the end of the beginning of the next Fashion Core stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
gotcha.
yes, like I can easily add more, and I will, as long as we do these. And maybe I'll even drop the intro video as its own video, just like combining it with like Armored Drip. If we ever stop doing Fashion Core, like, not that we have any plans to stop at the moment, but if we ever stop to, I'm just gonna make that a full video, make a more dedicated video. So for anyone who's, especially for, and I mean in general, if you put your entry into Fashion Core, please don't delete it. Or Armored Drip, please don't delete your entry. Like, sometimes
or the share code. Don't delete the share code
specifically. Specifically the share code, please. And if you're gonna change a share code, like update it or whatever, like, yeah, you can change. Remember to update the share code here, okay? Because if you delete the share code, I may not be able to do anything cool with it later. You know? So that's why, especially if you want something from community or judge. But anyways, inhibit progress. I mean, you guys know this is the big drip, man. But would you like to introduce yourself anyway?
Stream that we've done.
This is the ninth fashion core. Yes, it is. And plus, you were in Armored Drip 4 as well.
Yeah.
Dude, Armored Drip, Armored Drip 4, like half the reason, like the most of the reason why we even had a fourth one was because of Inhibit. He was like, we should do another one. I was like, I don't know about that. He's like, okay, try doing the like thing. Hey, this gets this many likes, do it. I was like, sure. I was like, I don't think it's gonna reach it. You guys reached it. You guys reached it. I was like, and like Inhibit like knocked on my metaphorical Discord door. Was like, Moby. He was like, promises. Lannisters always pay their debts. I don't know, but regardless, yes, like Inhibit's basically the big reason why Armored Drip 4 was even happened. So that's why I found it not only fitting that he was a judge, but yeah, regardless. Yes, big reveal. Anyways, would you like to introduce yourself anyway, Inhibit?
Yeah, I like big mechs and I like pretty mechs. Hello. And I'm also a modern movie server. I guess that's basically how I would introduce myself.
He also streams on
people who've been watching these. People who have been watching these Fashion Core streams definitely know who I am by now. And if you're in the server, you've seen me around because I'm a mod. So
yeah. No, I always try to do introductions at the beginning of streams because I never assume someone discovers me with my very first video or something like that.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
It's like people go, oh yeah, I watch fucking. Armored Core Takafumi. I mean, sorry, Armored Legends Takafumi. And that's not remotely my first or last Armored Legend, but people they discover you from different areas. So I try to give them as much context as possible. Plus this is an easy opportunity to let people know that hey, you stream, you make figures on your stream. It's Inhibit Progress 13, right? Or it's
18,
yeah. Inhibit Progress 18 on Twitch. So if you wanna chat with them about lots of cool any cool mecha details, and he makes like model Gunpla while he does it. Yeah, go check him out, give him a follow. And
cheers,
and Talspawn also so Talspawn is trying to mention that hey, did you know that Thrive made a video about other ACV tubers and both of us showed up? Yeah, actually, we saw it.
Did you say ACV tubers?
YouTubers. I said VTubers, didn't I? No. You are a VTuber. That's fair, but that's not true. It's you are a VTuber, but the true part is
YouTuber. But
okay. To be fair, I mean AC YouTubers. Yeah, you're right. I've entered Fashion Core 3 times. I've never heard your voice. Huh? How? Huh? Anyways, yes, Inhibit is the
Wait,
go.
What?
But we have a question. Will there be one for finalists? Will there be a video about Fashion Course finalists? I am thinking about it. If there's enough interest, I might, but I have to admit it's very much in the air right now. It'd be
really funny because you said that Armored Drip 4 was going to be the last one, and then it's like next month. Oh hey, just kidding.
Yeah, imagine. I mean, it wouldn't be Armored Drip because I didn't hold a contest. It would be like
sure.
like a video version of Hall of Fame, right? I'd probably want to go all out with it. Like I do have an idea of hey, every Fashion Core that's ever won, I'd like to interview them properly because I know we don't do that here on stream usually. We only recently got the idea to even have our judges here. Tilespawn will be here. He's one of our judges, and he'll be here for the community and judge winners. But anyways, haven't been dropped by lately. Hello, Sweaty. ACV Tuba, show me your mecha though. Here. Anyways, are we ready to get started?
Yeah, sure.
So,
shall I introduce this month's challenge?
Yes. Give me just a second. Let me bring it up for chat.
All right.
Let me go ahead and turn on the music. Okay. All right. So, please do.
Yeah. So basically, this month the challenge was to make a civilian use AC. So basically, just anything that isn't operated by the military. Because I feel like in a world where mechs exist as just general use, like machinery, there's no way that mechs would only be restricted to combat, right? Like, it's like
People would makeshift a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how at the end of like wars and stuff, there's usually a lot of like surplus tanks and stuff, and those very often get stripped down, like disarmed, and then like used by civilians as like tractors and stuff. So along those kind of lines, or let's say, you know, you have like military trucks and stuff, but then those can also be like regular cars. Like someone's like, you know, I mean, half the cars in America are basically tanks anyways.
Yeah, so I could think of two examples, two other fictional examples where this happens. So in Girls Frontline 1, I believe part of it is that a lot of military dolls, like a lot of all the girls in Girls Frontline, they're actually, a lot of them tend to be reformatted civilian dolls, right? That's why they look more human than like ballistic shieldy and like armored. And another example is in BattleTech. Okay, not civilian grade per se, but like mechs that were kind of trash, to be honest. Like that they, compared to like other designs, they were much more they made a name for themselves because several nuclear wars happened and all the good mechs were long destroyed. So mechs that were hardy and simple, maybe not the best against other much better designs that no longer exist, or rather there's so few of them because they were all blown into oblivion, have made a name for themselves. But yeah, the idea we're gonna go for here is civilian use ACs, not something that's like fully militarized, something that, you know, feels like one of us could buy if we had enough funds, like a really expensive Ram truck so we could drive it like an asshole on the road.
Hey guys, if you donate enough to Moby, he'll be able to buy an armored core.
Oh my god, exactly, yes. Just for 5,000, like 500,000 subs, I'll be able to buy one of those South Korean robots that like that have like the haptic feedback like mech and the tread wheels.
yeah, like the ones with the remote control that you like strap on around your waist.
Yeah, the Titans from Titanfall are also fit this, really.
Well, I mean, technically the Monarch is basically completely built from like spare parts and stuff, like, or like developed from spare machinery.
I'm pretty sure. How do you guys choose the fashion core themes? Just wondering. Oh yeah, Inhibit, would you like to answer?
Basically, I have in the hidden judge channel, there's a list of different, like, basically when we first started planning this, like around like almost a year ago, actually. Wow, this has been going on for a long time. So, but anyways, before we started these monthly fashion cores, I wrote up a kind of master list of all the different topics I could think of, and each time, like when it's time to do a theme challenge, judges will choose from that list basically, and like we'll vote on which topic judges want to see. And if judges want to like add to the list, then they can as well. Yeah, but yeah, that's how the challenge topics are chosen.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I was just gonna, if you weren't sure how to answer, I was just gonna go with, oh, we have like a thing on the wall, and then we just start throwing darts at it. I'm just messing. All right. And yes, Slayer, you should participate next time. All right, then we should go ahead and get started. What's our first entry?
Yeah, let's go. First one is the 4 directs by EM.
Okay.
If you want to read that description.
Yeah, sure. This is a good length. With all, hang on, let me make sure the music is going on.
You already fucked it up, bro.
No. I'm changing the music. There you go. Okay. With all the new Ford pickup, with the all new Ford pickup AC, you now can travel up to 25 family members. Your mom, your dad, your schizophrenic wife and 12 kids, deceased grandpa, grieving grandma, drunk uncle, deadbeat brother, Karen's sister, hottie aunt, and your 3 spoiled cousins. Capable of all-terrain traversal and limited flight, there's nowhere this AC can't go. And with the cookout installation, you too can be the barbecue king anywhere you go. Companies not beholden to your 10-year warranty and must file forward for warranty within the first 20 seconds. We're not liable for any mishaps you maintain with this AC. Terms and conditions may apply. I tried. All right.
Description, honestly.
All right. So, like, I like that because it's kind of going for those car advertisements. What the fuck? I like it's like, you know, it's trying to tell you that it's all terrain, that it could go. They always have that shot where the car goes above like a hill or something. Yeah, like really epic, like
sick wheelie.
Yeah, sun shot. And of course, like, there has to be a disclaimer. EM, I would have forgiven you if you added a little like text disclaimer at the bottom saying, oh, these are professional drivers, do not try to replicate. But yes, I do appreciate that you have the actual Ford logo on it as well. You got like a little bit of tacky weapons, like a
baby on board sticker on the 3rd image.
Wait, hang on, I gotta search for this. Third image. Oh, that's accurate. I made this shit in like half an hour. Ah, these are live footage. I see. Yeah, I will say actually, why are the weapons colored like this? It is a bit of an interesting decision, I'll say that.
Yeah, it is a little bit of an interesting decision. Like, I understand the weapon loadout because, as they said in the description, it's built for grilling. So you have the bad cook and the Kyori.
No, I see. That's the
color choice. I'm a little bit confused by that.
I guess
you know, your average like George Foreman grill doesn't have like flame patterns on them.
Yeah, I feel like taking some of like Mano's Grillers decals might have worked there as well. But honestly, pretty good for something that was made in apparently 30 minutes. You got the color scheme right though, that whitish silver.
Like, it's basically like a decently well done shitpost.
Yeah, and you got a good laugh out of us indeed.
Yeah.
But I like that you got the color scheme right. Like, this is the exact kind of silver color that like I see in like newer Fords. You slapped like 5 decals on it. Yeah, the shape is good. And the shitpost is great. 10 out of 10. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we move on?
I mean, I guess like I don't really have anything else to say. Like you said, I do like the kind of two-tone of silver and white, and the I feel like the decals could be. I don't know. I feel like the 2 Ford logos there symmetrically feels kind of weird to me, but
it either has to be the center or only on one side usually, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's what I'm gravitating towards.
Yeah. But apparently this was actually made. EM actually made this logo, so which is pretty cool. You should upload it to share codes.
Oh, okay.
The share code channel. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, you did a lot with a lot little, and the quality shitpost is great. So hey, I like it. Obviously, you know, it's like it's simple, but hey, it's funny.
Yeah. Shall we move on to the next one, which we're skipping that one and going on to mine actually?
Okay. Real quick, will we ever reuse a topic for Fashion Core? Asked by Slayer.
If enough people want it back, I guess we can have it back. Because if I keep going down the list, we won't be able to actually go back to an earlier topic for like, I don't know, another like 3 years. So if people want the topic back, just like ping me in the Armored Drip channel in Moby server.
Yes, indeed. Or maybe we'll even have like a week where we'll take votes on a poll. Or we'll be like, hey, this next theme is the return of a theme. So you know, we could vote on like which of the existing themes they want back. Yeah. Now, real quick.
I mean, the next one's just gonna be before we move on. Just the next one is gonna be a freestyle, so you can submit whatever.
Yeah. That's the only
I
one that
think
returns
that was
regularly.
intended to be the basically a soft repeat challenge, like repeat topic, like if you wanted to submit for previous topics, but we can do an actual repeat of the previous topics if you want.
Now,
Yeah.
I could already tell this is Inhibit's freaking thing. You know why? Because he always does this. Like he always he always does the cross out thing. Like to the point that I started doing it too. You know the cross out thing? I'm an organizer. I could do what I want cross out. That's funny. But but here, like, do you want to, since this is yours, do you want to do you want to narrate this or do you want me to do it? Either was
Sure.
fine.
Why not? Yeah. So this is an AC basically built purely for speed, and it carries no offensive equipment. The plasma missile launchers have been retrofitted into high-performance thruster arrays with thrust vectoring capabilities, allowing this AC to reach unparalleled speeds. I don't know if it's actually the fastest AC in the game currently anymore, but it was back when I first made it. Yeah, because right now it has 408 ground boost speed.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah, so
good.
this is the fastest AC on the ground.
Ooh.
Like, out of the parts that you can build, like, in-game.
Hell yes. Exclusively for
anyways,
speed.
Anyways, this particular unit has been repainted and decaled to resemble the Shaldal G featured in Mobile Suit Gundam Age Unknown Soldiers, showing the AC pilot's interest in old Earth media franchises. Perhaps this racing pilot also wishes to hone his piloting skills on the track, just like the Shaldal G's pilot did. And the assembly menu photo has like no decals because I deleted the original AC data to save space.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I see. The original. So it's still up in Cherko. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Because like that's one way you can save space. If you like run out of like AC data slots.
Silly FromSoft thinking like 4 pages of 40 was enough for us. Or was it 20? Oh, how many
4 pages of 40.
4 pages of 40. Yeah, silly FromSoft. FromSoft.
I think at one point I only had like 15 slots left total.
Yeah. I'm very sentimental, so I don't like to delete things. So I tend to happen for me too. But anyways, looking at this, I do like the color scheme already. Let's see.
It's basically like a partial cosplay build. My logic was okay. So basically, this was originally made for a challenge on the Armored Drip subreddit. And the challenge at the time was to make an AC, like racing AC with these parts. And I decided to turn it into like a partial cosplay build. With like the color scheme and the decals and stuff.
Yeah, and
all of these decals, I made them like it took me like 3 hours to make all these decals. Okay, now that I'm saying it, it didn't actually take that long. Wait, no, it must have taken longer than 3 hours.
What? Wait, you're doubting yourself and you reaffirmed yourself in like the same sentence, huh? May I comment on
basically
something?
I took. Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually, you could finish everything you want to say. Go for it.
Yeah, so basically it's a partial cosplay build. I painstakingly tried to recreate all the decals. Like if you go to the last image, and then compare the last image with the fourth image.
Yeah, I see it.
And like all the decal placements, I tried to put them in the same spots.
Yeah.
And even like the shade of the shade of red.
Yeah, you got the shade of red exactly.
On the AC,
you got it exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it took I feel like replicating existing things is kind of, I don't know, like it can be both easier and more difficult in a sense because one, like, it's easier because you're basically copying and there's a guide, right? On the Gundam wiki there's actually a whole like spread with that like shows all the decals like flat.
Oh, really?
Like all the decals just flat. because like this is a alternate design made for like some like made for like a magazine basically. So they had like a full page spread of like the design, but also all the decals and like all the sponsorship decals and stuff. But then it's the replicating it exactly that was really like difficult as well. Oh, it's been a while since I did this, but like I had to take a few shortcuts, especially with the more complex like layered decals or like the ones that like require a specific shape. Like the green one on the left side of the tread, if you can see that one.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, like that one with like the weird curve thing. Like it when you compare it to the original, it doesn't really look right, but
Yeah,
whatever.
that's because the original has like a slot for it, like an actual like slot that like fits perfectly into it. You're trying to do a you're trying to get the angle. Is it impossible to put a decal on this area? This like little red area?
Which one? Unfortunately not. That's a frame. That's considered a frame section.
Damn, I see. Because that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Like, to put it there, but I see now why.
It would have been. It would have been.
I see now why. Or what about here? I guess if you had like a specific red decal, maybe that this might have been a little bit better.
I think there is one on that side somewhere. I don't know. I think I also ran out of the decal slot limit. I'm maxed out at 20 out of 20.
Yeah, that like, dude, like here's the issue, guys. Like when you get to like all the top like artists essentially of like ACs around here, they all fucking have to deal with the 40 decal limit. And generally it's done by combining decals all into one and trying to angle that shit so it does two things at once.
Yeah.
So yeah,
this is
like,
basically
it is the enemy.
It
is the enemy of people who are good at this stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, this is basically I made this before the whole technique of doing the grid pattern and then like making combined decals onto like combining multiple decals into one decal. Like that technique was really popularized, so all of these are individual decals on mine.
Yeah. The only criticism I gotta say is I know the jailbreak arms are the lightest arms in the game, but like the civilians like looks and like functionality. So I figured that like choosing something that was just slightly heavier, but like not having the dirty looks of the kind of used junkyard look of the jailbreak is probably the only thing I'd say I'd switch out. Especially like not just in terms of reference, because the reference doesn't have like particularly dirty arms, but in terms of like, since we're going for civilians don't like to buy things that are dirty unless he specifically told me this was a particular like racing vehicle used by some eccentric person that liked to use like even junkyard parts if they work better than what was available in the market.
I mean, they're a Gundam fan, so of course they're eccentric.
True. But if it was like a civilian model that was like being sold to a group of people, like from a company, they probably would not go for like a junkyard look. So I probably would have swapped it up for either regular Basho arms. That's the only thing I gotta say, because it just like diminishes the look of the rest of the thing. But I do know that like they are literally
I would have swapped to Lamb.
Yeah, I know that they're literally the lightest arms of the game because Jailbreak has no fucking armor. It's stripped of its armor. That's literally its lore. It's stripped. It's a car with no bumpers, no windshield. Like that's like the whole Jailbreak set. But it has like the engine and it has some wheels optional. That's what
wheels
Jailbreak
optional.
Yeah, that's what that is. You have to, even the keys, you have to jumpstart it like by doing some ritual. If you've seen those like really weird junkyard cars. But that's the only thing I gotta say. Other than that, I like the colors. You got it just seeing the original reference here. It's pretty cool how like well that you managed so much to it. And yeah, I have no doubt this thing goes very fast. And yeah, I like how like you use like the plasma like missiles as like a makeshift jump like a jet thing, because it does look like the back of these are like jets. I do like that.
I wanted to copy like the rear spoiler of the original. If you look at the like original image, it has this kind of gigantic like rear spoiler with like knobs on them. I guess that's the only way I can describe it. So I wanted to replicate some sort of backpack for it, and that's the closest way I thought. Like, that's the closest thing I could find in game, basically.
Yeah, because we don't actually have that unfinished back booster part.
Yeah.
I like this part shot in particular, using the overboost so that like the wings of like the llama core come out a little bit, like the back wing thingies. That's kind of cool. And yeah, like even the jet, quote unquote plasma jets, point directly backwards when you do this. This is perfect.
Yeah.
But yes, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I mean, not really. It's always weird commenting on my own builds because like I can see all the things that are wrong with it, and I'm just like, you know that meme where like the kid, like this like high school kid is like sitting there and his like veins are like bulging out of his head. You know what? Like, you know that meme? It's like every time I talk about my builds, it's like I look like that, trying not to like just say, okay, but there's this wrong, this thing's wrong, this is bad placement, this is bad placement.
I mean, like if you're not blind, not you, but like if one is not blind, then they judge their own work the harshest, for they know every mistake. Well, and every mistake that has been made, and think about any mistake that they may not even know they have made. So it is what it is. It does happen. That does happen. It is true.
Yeah. Anyways, shall we move on to the next one then?
Okay. So next one is by Kalinicus. The AC's name is Scattershot for the PS5. Built for racing and now used to get revenge on the PCA as the closure killed Formula AC Rubicon. Scattershot is piloted by a multi-time champion of FACR turned mercenary. The livery is designed based on the Mercedes F1 team, specifically Lewis Hamilton's car, hence the 44. The lights, quote unquote, in the apertures on the legs and core took as long as you think. There's too many to do them individually because of the decal limit. The decals for this have got pretty tedious. Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I thought the lights on the core, you can see them very well in the second picture. That's a really nice touch. Although this would have been benefited a lot from the whole decal grid technique that I mentioned earlier. Because if you just grouped all of those like all 6 of those light decals onto one decal, I feel like you could get past the decal limit pretty easily.
Yeah. Is there a reference photo of the Mercedes F1 team? I'd like to see a reference photo of what they're trying to...
Remember before, I think when we did the actual like racing challenge, we talked about racing green that a lot of like British race cars had?
Yeah. That's that green.
Kind of green tone.
Yeah. Now I see it's actually a reference. I see.
Yeah.
The black. Oh, yellow tires? Oh, well, I mean, it's probably not this exact one, but let's see. Yeah. I see. Yeah, it has like the racing green. It's got a bit of like silver to it. Yeah, and then black. Let's see any decals.
I really like the all the color tones here. It really reminds me of like an All Mind AC actually. Like,
it does, because All Mind's AC like is always like the turquoise.
Schemes. It's like green, silver, black. Some combination of that.
Which is ironic because like this AC's pilot wants to fight against the PCA in particular. And as we all know, All Mind does PCA's Alexa
PCA aren't.
and ChatGPT.
I mean, no, like not really, but okay, like sure.
What do you mean? Like
no, because like All Mind isn't even aligned with the PCA. What do you mean?
All Mind is
no, that's
like
the system you're thinking about. Like
am I thinking about the system? Because the system is I guess what I meant to say is the system is technically like in All Mind's control, because we even see the system like say Master All Mind, or not Master All Mind, but like basically says like
no, that's Calm. That's
really?
That's your AC's OS.
Really? Like, wasn't there like a lore bit that like All Mind, like All Mind has like some kind of influence on like the PCA's like kind of AI that they're so reliant on?
I don't know. I feel like that was more like speculation. I don't know.
Really? Okay. Well, maybe it's been a while since I went over Armored Core lore, so I don't know. Like, do your own research. Go watch Vata video or something.
Do your own research.
It's been a while with the lore, okay?
This post was fact-checked by true Rubiconian patriots.
No, this is an Alex Jones channel for Rubicon. It's like, oh, do you guys know the All Mind is collaborating with the mealworms to take over the world.
They're making the real
the mealworms. They're the answer. They're taking over the world. But anyways, in terms of the
let's get back to actually talk about the build.
I like this picture in particular. That Celebrity becomes white. Yeah, honestly, I got nothing much more to say. Like, I think like what little decals here are actually pretty nice. You got like the racing strips, which are really appreciated. The colors are very nice to look at. I initially was like, oh, like I see like the reference photos all like completely black, but I see that like it actually really works in some like particular environments.
Yeah.
This picture,
I do like the contrast because like the silver, what it does is it works really well with curved parts because you can see all the kind of angles of it and in the way that the light reflects off of it.
Yeah. Overall, a solid job. That's all I gotta say.
I would say like a little bit of constructive criticism. The stripes on the core, like on top of the core, those could do with a black border to make them more defined, because right now, like especially in some angles, because of how reflective the silver is, it actually makes the stripes look less visible because of the the silver underneath it is so reflective that you can't, it kind of blocks out the rest of the detail there.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You mean.
So like a few black borders around them would like do really good work to kind of redefine them.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because it's really bright on the legs.
And also for a racing AC, it's very, very well armed, but I guess that's covered in the lore, so.
Yeah. It's still doing the whole civilian AC reformatted type thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, in a world where, in a universe where like we see buildings the size of like what seem to be small moons, I'm not surprised that like, we'll have like where we have that much material. Like I wouldn't be surprised if corporations would be selling, Robot Wars but with ACs. Kind of like Solaris.
True,
Battletech. Hello, Ron. How you doing?
Yeah.
But yes, that's all I gotta say for this one. Let's go ahead and move on. This one is Animorte by this one's made by Animorte called Nehi, or PSN. Originating from Georgia on planet Earth, the Nehi soda remained a legacy for many years. After branding changed several times, the classic was eventually revived by an interstellar distributor by the name of Skoll. They've managed to carry the fruit-based seltzer for centuries, and now they carry a wide variety. Each planet and each galaxy and planet features their own addition to the ever-expanding collection. Rubicon 3 is now popular for their unique coral fruits. As a marketing venture, many employees and supporters have access to several advertisements. The most popular is the AC Nehi. This base can be applied to nearly any surface. As a leader in the beverage distribution industry, we at Skoll encourage you to join our family. Continue sharing the greatest flavors throughout the stars and millennia. I absolutely love the very accurate style of like advertising that we want you to be part of our family shtick. The whole we are one of the biggest vendors, but I like how like it also shows like a little bit of the logistics of this beverage company.
Yeah,
I see the full design now.
Fucking intergalactic beverage company.
We got intergalactic starry here. Wow, which is like that new like Sprite that replaces like that, I forgot what it was called. That other lemon soda that's not Sprite, but yes. Wow.
There's a few lemon sodas around the world, so
I like how like the the advertising AC. I can imagine this.
Yeah. Remember how like in that one mission, Rusty asks you to be a walking advertisement. This is basically what it is. What that is, isn't it?
Yeah, Armored Core. A lot of it is like about corporate dystopia, and one of the real life tools that corporations have are advertisements to affect your public, affect your opinion on things. So yes, I love the tacky color. I could easily see this on like a soda.
Yeah,
it has a kind of friendly. It has an overall kind of friendly look to it. Not a lot of spikes, a lot of round areas.
Yeah.
so that it doesn't look scary. You want to be associated positively. This company, like
friendly Zimmerman.
friendly, the friendliest Zimmerman. In terms of the actual like author, I do like how you actually went pretty far. Like, yeah, and it's not like the pattern is just coded everywhere. I see that like it's strategically placed.
Yeah.
Not like in areas that actually only have this exact color. Yeah, I like the friendliest Zimmerman, exactly. They're doing a lot with a little. Like the pattern does a lot of the heavy lifting here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I feel like this is deceptively simple as you like look at it, because
insert name here.
If
How
you
you
look
doing?
at the assembly menu photo, on the core there's actually like you can see on like the kind of like edges of the shoulders and on the core there's actually like some like gradient decals there to kind of like make it look like make the surface look like it's shining.
Really?
Which kind of seems similar to the effect that you have on the feet and like all the other like frame parts.
Like
On like the knees and like the feet, because you can see like it looks like it's like reflecting off of the other purple elements on the AC
to resemble like the shiny part of like a can, maybe.
Yeah, true. Actually, that's a good
I can
point.
easily the fact that I can easily see this being a real soda is hilarious. I'm thinking grape flavor.
You know what would have made this even better?
What?
It would have been better if they used lamb head for the kind of like pop like
oh my
pull
god,
tab.
the fucking pull tab. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Overall, I feel like this is a really nice looking build. It's kind of tacky in a meaningful way with all like the stars on it.
I can see this being like the
it's
Pepsi
very
Man of like
bombastic and very loud, which is exactly what you want an advertisement to be.
Yes. I'm currently homeless, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna be on my place, backfighting all the time. Let's go. Hey, let's go. You got this. Insert name here. You got this. Friendly plasma. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the plasma. I like the plasma missile in there because it could definitely be used as part of the advertisement. Of oh no, someone is
purple as well.
is thirsty in Lego City, and then like this AC shoots plasma missiles, but it's actually soda that like the kids start drinking. I could see that as that. Honestly, like the moment that like they sold this author sold us on the whole like soda advertising AC like fantasy. I'm like I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah. And, like the second last picture, you can see that the plasma missiles are also like the plasma is also purple. Which matches the rest of the AC theme.
See, look at this picture. You can easily imagine that being a soda, like in like an advertisement.
Yeah.
Seeing you this AC wants me to drink some grape. I feel like drinking grape soda right now too. Like even though that's not even my favorite flavor, I like orange more.
You are not immune to advertising.
I know.
You're not immune to advertising.
Know. Literally though, dude. Why am I like this? Purple plasma goes hard. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, that's what I mean. If anything, like I know this build may not permit it, but like I feel like this AC, the only criticism I have with it is now that like my imagination is running wild, I need more colorful weapons. The sword, okay. The plasma weapon, okay. The plasma missiles, okay. But like the regular missiles and the Zimmerman, I'm like, there's gotta be some better choices. There's some shinier, more grape soda ass like choices. You know what I mean? So that you can have a variety of advertisements and lots of colors.
Like VVCPR?
Yeah,
Instead of Zim.
VVC like would be like kind of cooler here because like you know it's something it's like feel the power of grape soda. Aurora, yes, exactly.
That would be good.
Exactly, and having this AC have some like, you know, and then like usually we talk about
what?
weathering.
They should have used the bubble guns. The bubble guns.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh my fucking god, that's fucking perfect. Exactly. The bubbles. The bubble gun and like maybe the Aurora or even the VVC as like a side weapon, like in the back. Yeah, I could see. Oh my god, I could see that. I could really see that. Bubbles. So like you know, our that's the only criticism I got. There's got to be better lore parts than like having a Zimmerman, like the friendly Zimmerman and the friendly six pincer missiles. But otherwise, yeah, I and then yeah, like inhibit like suggesting the lamb head. But that's more of a subjective thing.
Yeah, yeah.
like
I just thought it would be funny. I don't know. It's not really.
I like the fantasy you sold me here. It works. It really works. Like, it's not a crazy amount of decal work, sure, but it works. It really works. I really like it. Like, for what I'm giving you a star a little bit retroactively, but here you go. It made my imagination.
It's a fun build. I like it.
It made my imagination.
The design's fun. It's loud.
Through. It's great
out there, and it's meant to be like that. So
advertising.
I think it accomplishes what it set out to do.
It's literally working.
You're not immune to propaganda.
I am not. None of us are. Okay. This next one is by Sean B1.
No, we're skipping the next two, actually.
This next one is by
Andres. No, skipping that one as well, because that's finalist.
I'm kidding. This next one is by Andre. For the PC, this is called the DT75U. DT75U. Inventory number 247000. The machine is equipped with a high-energy bulldozer blade, a high-powered trench digger. There's also a container for storing spare parts for an equipment repair. So it's just like a cold construction product. I'm like,
yeah,
like
this is basically what I was imagining that people would make when I issued the challenge theme.
Is this real? What the fuck?
Yeah, apparently it's real.
Wait, I gotta look this up. What? Sorry? I'm sorry?
Honestly, this is the most like colorful construction vehicle I have ever seen in my life. But apparently it's real. So.
Oh my god. Well, I don't see any with the chainsaw, but oh my god. Yes, insert. We have a Discord. You can see it all over Discord. I'm sorry, you can see it all over Twitch on YouTube if you'd like to join in and even download these ACs for yourself. But okay, I see. I can't find this one, but wow, that is a real device. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. First of all,
now you can see the inspiration, right?
Part choice.
Yeah.
Beautiful, just beautiful part choice.
This is great.
Like the part choice,
I really like this
build. The arms are my favorite. Like I never even I completely forgot Wrecker arms have this grabby claw. So this decision to have this,
Wrecker arms are meant to be like a construction.
Exactly.
Right?
Now that being said, I like how they didn't just put the whole Wrecker set in there. The treads, a lot of construction equipment are on treads, so that way they could be anywhere they want to go. And just like tanks, which also have treads, you don't drive treads long term. You bring a truck that can carry these things. So I like that they use a tread. The heavier frame makes it seem like someone is able to pilot it. It kind of has that shape of the construction equipment.
Wait, oh my god, the more I look at it, the more I see parallels to the
look, you can literally see the TQ core, you can imagine it already.
No, like the lamb head is the roof of the cabin.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you see that? Yeah,
it fits.
This is great. I also really like the fact that they use the Scutum. Oh, sorry, you can go first.
No, go.
Yeah, the pulse Scutum is actually the bulldozer blade instead of a shield. It's like the scoop.
Oh, yeah. Has a delivery boy because it's a fucking shipping container. Oh my god.
Yeah.
it's space. It's not a delivery boy. It's an empty shipping container for storage.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love this picture. He's doing construction.
All of these pictures are great as well.
I like how
the whole ace. Oops, sorry.
The only thing I was gonna say is I wish there was just a tad more weathering on where the blue is. Makes it just a bit too shiny.
Really?
Okay, if we look at this picture, is true. There's not a lot going on here. That makes it maybe I'm being too unfair considering it's not like these parts will ever get scratched. It's more like the parts that
it's raised off the ground. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Never mind. But I do see a little bit of weathering here, which again I appreciate because construction equipment gets dirty. It's not that it's not maintained, it's not that anything, but they usually don't give a shit about the paint.
You're around dust all the time. It's bound to get dusty and dirt.
Yeah, no matter how often you clean it, it's a useless endeavor.
Oh my god! Wait, I'm sorry. I as I keep looking at this, I see more and more detail, which I love. Like ACs that like the closer you look, the more detail you can see. Man, this is so lovingly put together. Around the tread areas, you can see there's a lot of like non-slip like grating.
What do you mean?
Like if you look at the assembly menu photo, you see like the corrugated like metal on like near like the like pilot's cabin. So like it's easier to step on it.
And then there's ladders as well on the side, so people can
the ladders. I was gonna say no way. Armor drip 4 reference the ladders.
And it has lights on the back too. Look, like the boop. You can hear the boop, boop, boop already. Like this is good. This is a good entry. Like
it even has a license plate.
Wait, what?
Like if you look at the fourth picture, it has a license plate.
Oh my fucking god, it does. It has some Russian, like what seems to be Russian on the side.
Yeah, because Andrei's Russian.
Oh my god, this is a cool entry. This is a cool entry. Like dude, you guys are knocking it out of the
warning stripes
today.
And like
I know.
And like I really like that the fan decals on the front of the treads. Like there's an exhaust, like an intake, like an exhaust fan for the engine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you see that? Yeah, I love like when people add mechanical detail like that.
I know.
This is a great
film. This is great. This is really good. I fucking love this. Like, oh my god, this is great. Like you guys are like making my imagination run wild, and that feels so nice after all this time. Oh my god.
This is exactly what I wanted from this challenge. And yeah.
This is cooking. Like this is fun. This is really fun to see. Like oh my god, just I freaking love it. Like kudos. I gotta give this one a star too. A little bit of late star. Oh my god, it's good. It's good.
This is great. This is
good job, Andre. Okay, which one's the next one?
All right, next one.
All right, Aurelia. This one next.
Soul of Therapy.
Soul of Therapy by Aurelia. Hey, look, it's my funny therapy shitpost AC. Okay. She was an old soul of war in an AC. But instead of becoming an edgelord's dream, she became a therapist, using her millennium of experiences to help the people of Rubicon. She uses her AC as a conduit to act in real life. Interesting. Let's see.
And of course, the AC has dual therapists.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
Helping the tester with his stress.
I love all like the captions on all. I love all the captions on all the pictures.
Oh my god. Helping Chatty with him finding out he is adopted, bro. He was created.
Wait, technically he's not really adopted because Carla made him.
Yeah, he's created. Interesting. As a conduit, though, interesting. I think I know what I know what Aurelia is trying to do here. It's like generally when you're doing therapy, you want the person to face you, and therapists will play a lot of not tricks, but they'll go through a lot of they'll go through a lot of stuff that like a lot of patients may not understand, like playing simple games. Like when I went to therapy, I played fucking. You know that surgery game where like you have to take something out of like a dude, like from like a board, and like if you
operation,
operation essentially, and you know from the outset it looks like they're wasting precious money and time, but essentially a key thing therapists do is that they establish a proper relationship with you. That doesn't mean they start smooching you in the face. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that like they try to make
very unprofessional. That would be very
this is not this isn't Lucifer, okay? That one therapist like straight up like banging Lucifer for like 2 seasons while giving him advice. That's usually you don't want that. Like you want to be in a respectful professional way, but you also want to have this person see you as someone they could trust. So that's possibly why they do it. So I could see like a therapist for AC pilots having their own AC, because like I could see a lot of AC pilots having god complexes. Think about it. This is a thing in BattleTech as well, or Mech Warriors, because in that game as well, you also link with your mech in order to like feel what the mech feels. And just like here, I could see like just like here, the pilots of BattleTech, they also have a god complex. They start to think that they're bigger than they actually are because they felt stomping, destroying things in the field of battle. They feel powerful, so I could see them having like a high and mighty attitude of like, why should I listen to you? So yeah, but like I could see a therapist having their own AC, so they could see you eye to eye, to
that's true. Actually, that's a good point.
Show themselves as like someone that you could actually listen to, someone that is worthy of being listened to. So I like this. So yeah, that's what I was going for. Hell yeah! Oh my god, I'm so smart sometimes. Yeah.
I feel like if we can very clearly see the design intention, I think that's what makes a good build when the artist's intent is very obviously displayed in like their work without much lore.
It's smart.
Like, not that like lore is bad, but like the more you know the phrase "show not tell," right? Mm-hmm. So the more you can kind of convey your message through your art, like your work visually, the more effective it is, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then this is obviously the therapist is funny, but this is first of all, I could see the therapist being a really nice tool for when certain AC pilots get really, really PTSD traumatized up and they start to like. I can imagine that if they ever got violent. As a therapist, you probably don't want to kill your client, even if you're in the middle of a bloody war and like some rules may not apply. I could see them using a therapist as a way to like try to like disable the other person's AC, because I know in the game therapists and stun needles will destroy you the moment you have low HP. But we see that in the lore of Fires of Rubicon, we're actually disabled with a stun needle. It shuts down our AC. Yeah. That's the actual lore of...
Okay, to be fair, Snail doesn't actually shoot us. He shoots next to us.
Yeah, to do the fucking electricity water thing. So yeah, I could see like the therapist having double therapist weapons, because these weapons are designed to kind of mess with someone. It would be kind of funny if they had stun guns on the back, but it's okay. Like as a therapist, you don't want to be fully armed to the teeth. You're trying to establish a relationship with your clients.
I don't think that's very true about like medical professionals in general, but
yeah. What I'm saying is like you want to. Yeah, you don't want to be fully armed. If anything, you want to be the opposite. In real life, if you want to be protected under like stuff like the Geneva Conventions, you can't be a medic holding a giant ass gun, like being like, you can't touch me. I have a plus sign on my fucking helmet. That's not how this works. So, but I get what it's. I love how I know everything that's going forward. The lore is fully told out. This is an old actual war AC, and having a therapist be an actual like experienced warrior means that this person could see eye to eye with you, understand everything you've been through. I'm like, this is well done, actually. Like, a lot of the legwork is done with storytelling, but I don't hate that. Yeah. This is good. I like it.
Yeah. About the actual design of the design wise, I feel like it's a nice looking AC. But I feel like there's a few elements that I kind of would like explained more.
Okay.
Like I feel like there's a lot of nice elements, but they don't really connect with the theming per se.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's all like the false lights and like glowy bits on the legs and the thighs and the core, but I'm not actually certain how that connects to the pilot's job,
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a good theme, and I can definitely see the intentionality to it, but I would like it if more design elements kind of reflected the theming per se.
Yeah, no, I think that's valid. Yeah.
But like if it's like a retrofitted previous war machine, then like I like that explains all like the weathering and like how beat up it is. But I'm kind of confused about the lighting, to be honest. Like the false lights, to be honest.
I don't know what a therapist badge looks like, or like their certificate, but it would be kind of cool if they had some.
I don't think they have badges.
No, they don't have badges like lawyer badges, but they do have certificates, if I'm not mistaken. So having like what looks to be paperwork, like a document, would be pretty funny, honestly. Like
that'd be pretty funny.
yeah. Now the only thing I could link the colors to is the AC's name, Soul of Therapy. But I do get what Inhibit is saying. Like that is probably the weaker part of this whole lore thing. But otherwise, I do really like it.
Yeah. Like overall, I feel like if you took the lore like if you looked at the lore and the AC independently, I would like both of them. Well, I mean, okay, the false lights, I would like to see a bit more battle damage on the lights themselves because the rest of the AC is so weathered, but like that's just a very small nitpick.
Yeah, you could see that the false lights
it
are
just
actually
feels a little bit disconnected.
showing up past the weathering. Yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, like my imagination ran wild. Like I see that a lot of thought was put into particularly the parts choices and like the lore. And yeah, you know what? I really like this. Again, another banger.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Shall
next
we move
one,
on to the next one?
This next one is by Dragon, otherwise known as Ethan, called Terravolt. Pilot nickname Lamprey.
Maybe you shouldn't dox your viewers.
Huh?
You shouldn't dox your viewers.
Oh no. Dude, he's literally called Ethan in YouTube.
Yeah, true.
So, in lore, originally a con man turned electrician, Jesse Matthew kept to his old ways of leeching off people to get even more money, earning him the nickname Lamprey. Though shady as he is, he's not all bad, as about 80% goes to his family's medical business, and most of the rest goes into repairing his AC. Wait, medical business? Like medical bills? Like medical business?
Is he an insurance CEO?
Medical business. Okay, I don't understand how that's supposed to be the not all bad thing. Because I thought I was getting medical bills. This is medical business. All right, but yes, this looks to be like an electrician or medical theme. Let's see.
No,
I'm a little bit confused.
themed after the like lamprey, like sea, like it's kind of like an eel thing, and it has a
yeah.
Right, it's basically
hang on real quick. Rosie,
sorry.
what are you doing here? You're not finished with the 24-hour stream. What are you doing here? Go back and stream. You have 7 hours left. Actually, no, she has 5 hours left. Thank you for the daily log, though. Okay, you were saying. Sorry.
But yeah, this is supposed to be a lamprey. If you know what that is, it's like a weird like eel thing. It looks like a giant leech, basically.
Oh, it's a leech.
Do you know what it looks like?
It's a leech. Okay, I see. Oh, that's scary. Holy crap.
It's like a weird fish that like attaches onto animals like a leech.
Yeah, so I get it. He's a leech. He leeches off of people. Okay, I see.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
But honestly, this whole AC is really, really well done. The theming, you can see all over the body. There's like the teeth of the lamprey because the lampreys have like circular mouths, so like their entire, like their mouth basically looks like a blender. Or like, you remember like Devastator from how Devastator looked in like Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, like the second Bayformers movie.
Yeah.
And like
the one
I
with
had
the
that
balls.
like circular like vacuum mouth.
Yeah, the one with the fucking balls. let me. Yeah, what was it called? Devastator.
I am underneath the enemy scrotum.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about this thing, by the way. Yeah, it has like a vacuum mouth.
Yeah, it kind of look like the lamprey's mouth kind of looks like that. So it makes sense why there's teeth all over the AC instead of just like concentrated in one part, like you would see like regular like mouth decals. Yeah.
It's on the head too.
Yeah. It's basically everywhere. Like the teeth are everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
If you look in the fourth image, he's actually like Dragong's actually put the eye of the lamprey underneath.
What
like the fins of the lamcore, which is a really nice touch because like,
interesting.
Yeah. I think that's an eye anyways. It looks like an eye.
I think that's definitely an eye.
Yeah.
It's very crazy.
I feel like it's really rare for people to put decals on like the underside of parts where they usually aren't seen. So kudos to the effort there. What else?
Has a bunch of
overall
electric weapons, interestingly, except for the facade.
Yeah, because lampreys have like they sense prey with like electric pulses. They're kind of like sharks in that way.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
I see. I like how hard
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like when he went to the whole lamprey theme. Ah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see what else. I really actually like the whole kind of like color scheme because like lampreys are kind of like yellow, and but like obviously there's like the flesh part of their mouth, so that's why it's like the main colors are like kind of gold, yellow, and pink.
Yeah. It very
Yeah.
much looks like an animal, almost like
Yeah.
like
I
exact
think
like a living
he's really
being.
nailed the animal look.
Yeah, I see the gradients on the legs too, from here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the gradient actually runs down the entire leg, like from like the thighs to the toes, basically.
Oh yeah,
Which
I
is a
see
really
it clearly
nice touch.
here.
Yeah. Like you can see it, yeah, on the assembly menu photo. Yeah, because usually I think what he's trying to portray is the top of it is supposed to be like the head, like mouth section, and then the bottom is supposed to be like the tail. Like the feet are supposed to be like the tail end. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah. But overall, I think it's a really interesting and fun color scheme.
Yeah.
The pink and the very subtle like turquoise in the gray that he's used work really well together. Those colors are really nice together. And pink and yellow also go really well together.
Which
So
I think
honestly, the
login.
color scheme's very well thought out, in my opinion.
Huh. This is like I like how the AC itself is done. I think funny enough the lore would needs more work, but that's such a minor complaint. It's fine.
Yeah, there is a little bit of disconnect, but I would like I personally look at the AC first and foremost, and then check to see if the lore backs it up. You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
from that perspective, I feel like I can kind of ignore the lore in this case,
Yeah.
just because of how like nice the AC looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, yeah. I like the
Overall,
color.
this is
It's
a great
very
build.
well. The coloring is very well done. Hell yes. And yeah, thematically, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Alright,
one thing
should
is, I guess one thing I gotta criticize is that like I don't understand how exactly this is a civilian AC. it kind of
Well,
like
I mean, like only
I get the-
civilians would like decal it that bombastically. I feel like.
no, I don't think so. I
I don't know,
disagree
like,
with
what
that.
kind of military mech would look like that?
Not a military mech, but like a mercenary mech set. Like I feel like they
Okay,
kind of do that. And military planes still have the damn like shark thing, the shark style like airplanes, like where they have like the teeth at the front.
Yeah, true.
And,
But that's, like,
also there's
mostly
an
parade
AC-130
nowadays.
out there that has the Decepticon kill count because it was in the first movie.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Funny enough, I disagree just a little bit. Yes, military loves standardization, but there's always little gaps where people do their own
Yeah,
shit
fair
and no
enough,
one can
fair
mess with them. Hey, Rorik, welcome in. But aside from that, yeah, like I love the AC itself. Very nice work, Dragon.
Yeah. Anyways, moving
This
on.
next
to
one
Nick
is
A's build.
by Negave. So this one is called the GRC 065 number 10. The following are the subject's previous ACs. The number one GRC 065 number 10. Grid Revitalization Coalitions and Construction AC, set to station on Grid 065, Rubicon 2. Besides the original designated role of demolition and cargo transportation within the grid, it also has seen action in fending off dozers and handling conflicts in a different scale. Being the 10th AC for Grid 065, it has been in service the longest out of the bunch, thanks to the subject's exceptional piloting, which also pushes the machine to the limit. Final transmission log from this AC, 83-1607. Hang on, I have a radio thing for this.
Pilot Nero connection unavailable. Is that a child? She's augmented? She doesn't even look beyond 10. Even then, she brought down an entire squad of SP with this junk. Took out 3 of my men at the hatch as well. One feisty kitten. No wonder the system wants her alive. Go to the HQ 2-1. We're good to go here. ROG, code 31C, code 44. End transmission.
Okay.
Peak voice acting.
That was bad. Anyways.
Also,
let's take a-
it's Rog, like as in like short for Roger, not Rog.
Rocker. I'm kidding. Okay, so this is clearly meant to be a construction AC that also has seen its fair share of kind of.
Can I just say, sorry, go to image 4. Like, is this just because I said I really like the ladders in Armor Drip 4? But how many ACs have we seen with ladders in this challenge?
It makes sense because, like, when we think of civilian use, we think of civilians kind of like convenience, right? Civilians don't generally have an entire team. They don't have a giant garage that like has these moving platforms that could put them directly to the AC. I think that's why we imagine like ladders and stuff in like civilian ACs, especially construction ACs, where people will not have comfortable like garages to come in and out of. They want to leave the AC after their shift, eat some lunch, and then go back to work, you know, outside their AC. I can imagine that being the case. So I think that's why we see a lot of ladders. That being said, the ladder here does look a little messy. Like, it's clearly like a decal. Like, does it make sense? Like, it's like a little bit lopsided, and like you could see like a little malformed part here.
Yeah, the application could have been a little bit cleaner, but
yeah.
I appreciate the detail.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate the detail nonetheless as well.
Yeah,
a lot of weathering.
I also really a lot of weathering. But I really appreciate the if you look on the 5th image on the shoulder there, there's actually the number 10 that it looks like it's been scratched into the paint.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, like that's a really nice touch.
Oh.
Because you know, like if it's like it's from the doze, like the not dozers, but it's basically like a work AC, right? So you like the people piloting it might not necessarily have like the resources to actually like, you know, go and like find a stencil and like a spray gun and like actually like decal the
just something they do when they're bored, or like just with what they have, like probably some kind of scratching tool, like drilling tool. Like I could see that. I love that detail. I think. Oh
yeah. Honestly, I feel like okay, this is one of Negev's simpler entries, but
he really likes white.
He's still done. Yeah, he does really like white, but Negev always does builds with that look deceptively simple and has a lot of micro detail.
You have to always look very close with his stuff.
Yeah. In this case, it's no different because you can see in the assembly menu photo, it looks like an undecaled AC, right? But then you look and you notice that there's actually like a very subtle, subtly weathered decal on the shins of the reverse joint legs.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And also in the second last photo, you can see like the yellow warning signs on the calves.
Yeah. So insert
So
name
there's
here.
a lot of micro detail in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was gonna say insert name here makes sense. There's a ladder because the pilot is a kid. Well, no, that's not how this works. So you have to remember this is a machine by a company that wants to cut, like, and all companies want to cut costs. Okay. It's unlikely that they have a ladder just because it's a kid. Listen, a kid, the difference of height between a kid and I is probably like 2 feet. Okay, 2, maybe even 3 feet. We're not climbing this.
Guys, Moby lore, write that down,
But like, listen, I'm not climbing this because I'm 2 feet taller than a child. The child is not climbing this, and neither am I. Not without the ladders. Military call signs are. Okay, you were talking to someone else. Yeah. See you in a bit, Steam. But yeah, I guess one question I have is why are the legs so unweathered compared to the rest, though? Is there like a reasoning? Do you think?
Yeah, that's true. I think Negev might have missed that, unless. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like Negev. I wonder why.
Between the top.
Huh.
It's probably because he's sleeping for like 4 hours. 4 hours a day.
Oh yeah, he has finals. He was working on this during finals. Replaced part. Oh.
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, I see. With the left arm. Huh? Oh, that's right. The left. Oh, I see. See, I knew it. The left.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
just a recently replaced
okay,
part.
I can't believe I missed this.
Oh,
yeah. The head is a different level of weathering as well.
Yeah, to explain that like this AC has got the Ship of Theseus thing going on. Oh, and of course the tools.
But I feel like if it's been active, it would still have some weathering on the feet, though.
Yeah, maybe some
like maybe
control,
like the rest of the legs. Yeah,
maybe some parts of the AC
Sorry, like-
should have like some weathering, like because you can't. It's probably cheaper to replace one part of like a leg than to replace the leg entirely. So it would be kind of cool to see some specific weathering throughout the leg, but have it be shiny. Like, be somewhat clean in other areas. But I do like that little detail that it doesn't feel like Negev to like miss a detail like that. So so it's pretty cool that like we have a replaced part thing, and the right arm is a lot more weathered than the left. And of course the tools are hella rusted because out of all things, the tools are probably given to AC, like swapped around as needed. You don't have like 5 tools for 2 people who like you don't have 5 tools for 5 people. Maybe you'll have a couple tools for multiple ACs doing different jobs. So I'm like, the tools are completely giga rusted, which I really like. And of course,
and also he used jailbreak head instead of Basho, so
like to give it more of the
kind of weathered effect
patchwork
there.
look. Yeah. Moby can't climb a ladder because he has no legs. True. It's true. I'm sorry, guys. See. Anyways, let's see. What else can you say about this inhibit?
I mean, honestly, not that much because it is a very simple entry, and like, I feel like we've noted all the design elements that Negev's added. I really like the second picture. That perspective shot.
Like because any MTs are like, oh, this is a construction AC. What can it do? We're military MTs. Like, well, it's still an AC.
It has a chainsaw.
Piloted by apparently a child too, like according to the lore. So, someone that's very young. Or
As is the mecha tradition.
I mean, heck, the new Gundam show. I mean, that's the second new Gundam show. The Revenge of blah blah blah. I forgot the title, but it had that pilot. Oh my god. Every Gundam pilot is a child, basically. Setsuno was probably like, I think, what was he, 17 or some shit in Gundam 00?
Wasn't he like 14 in the first season?
He was 14?
No, he was like 16. No, he was like 16
14.
or 14 or something.
Yeah, 16 to 17, I think. Because he was a child soldier into Gundam, which is also child soldier. So he was a double child soldier. It's dark in the warehouse. The torso part is repaired. Gotcha.
Yeah, he was 16 in the first season and 21 in the second season.
Yeah, but overall, I like the lore. It's kind of like a construction worker version of like the Gundam. I could see like the whole patchwork repair thing is pretty cool, and yeah, the like it has a lot of little details that you got to think about because Negev doesn't really miss. Like for someone who focuses on the little details, like he rarely misses with that stuff. So hey, I like it. This is pretty cool.
All right, let's move on to. We're skipping Empress because that's the community winner.
Familiar name. So we have this one's by Hellcat18. The AC's name is Surveyor 317. The New Avalon Institute of Science, NACE for short, is an organization dedicated to scientific advancement in all fields, such as combat-oriented artificial intelligences, coral manipulation, and augmentation, and others. One of the many fruits of its labor is the Surveyor series, a line of armored cores meant for taking geological scans on newly colonized planets. These ACs are equipped with a modified cluster missile launcher, which carries survey equipment instead of the usual explosive payload. This particular unit, Surveyor 317, was designed for taking scans in high-risk areas and areas budding with armed conflict. As such, it is somewhat of an oddity among surveyors, being one of the few to mount armor protection and weapons for self-defense. Its pilots, one Professor Harold Oshida, is equally eccentric, preferring to push boundaries in the name of science, even at a great personal risk to himself. As such, when a new unit was revealed, he was the only volunteer to pilot it. Let's look at the...
Okay, I want to say before like you say anything, I am a massive sucker for like test test mech, like test type schemes, and like this really reminds me of like Inoho's mech in Noah Zero, like the Sleipnir. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the orange kind of like trainer. Like in
I only
Noah Zero.
remember his like laser swap. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
Inoho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only remember Inoho's
No.
Laser Swap.
No, I'm talking about like the anime character from like I'll Know Zero, not the AC player.
Wait, you gotta look. I gotta look. Inoho from what was it?
Bro.
Inoho from what was it?
I'll Know Zero.
How do you spell that? Wait, what? No, I don't. Wait, hang on. How do you spell that? Or do you want to send me a picture? 'Cause I don't think I get it.
Let me just send you a picture. You're surely gonna recognize this. Surely.
Was the graduation announcement legit? Wait, what happened? What? Oh, I think someone in the Rosie's chat like told everyone that like it's my last stream. That's not. I'm pretty sure I did not say anything like that. Hey, Paz, thank you for buying 5 drinks for everyone. I don't know why the thing is broken again. Welcome back. But no, I don't plan on.
Yeah, I sent you a picture.
Anytime soon, at least. Okay. Aldanoa Zero. Oh, orange. Okay. I like the design of the mechs. They're very like
I'm a
shell
massive
armored.
sucker for like paint schemes like this. So this is a really nice. I really like this.
Yeah, I'm not graduating. Okay, whoever's spreading that is a liar and should not be believed. Well, someone will be. Hello, Azure.
Goodbye, Moby. I'll miss you.
What is that, you tool? The weapon is shipping crate in the back. I like how in the civilian construction ACs, the delivery boy has become a shipping container. I love that.
Have you seen the 4th image? It's just plonked down on the ground like that. Like
it's well done, very well done. And
yeah.
we were even explained that like the usual explosive playload has been replaced with survey drones. I'm like, that makes so much sense. Like that actually is a perfect idea. It's a brand new AC too, so I think that's what they're going for. That's why it has no weathering. It's literally
that's
fresh
why it's so
out
clean.
of it's out of fresh out of the factory. And of course, this decal having 2 different languages, the New Avalon Institute of Science, like it looks so.
The Chinese actually like, or kanji, I guess. It actually says what it said. Like it actually is a good like an actual translation of Institute of Science. So
yeah, and like science vehicles. They put an emphasis on being able to be seen in any environment, so that they tend to be very bright because they're not military they're not military stuff, so they don't have to camo or look serious and cool, which is a real thing. But like the orange is a very common color for science vessels to have something of, I feel like, so I could believe that. Even though it does go into conflict zones, I like how the color is supposed to end like the really big clean logo here. It's supposed to indicate that, I mean, we're actually only here for other purposes, not to fight. But the idea still is very clear as to why it even is armed with 2 guns, is so that it can actually fight back against MTs that think it's an easy target. I'm assuming, I could already imagine that in these conflict zones, it's way too easy for unarmored ACs to just be destroyed and attacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Not military yet.
One thing I do, like, I want to note a few design elements that I really like, and a few nitpicks, but anyways,
shoot.
I really just overall the color scheme of orange with red decals is very reminiscent of remote control submarines that like scientists use to like survey like the ocean floor and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's really nice, and it also looks like kind of like a lifeboat, like a ship's lifeboat.
Yeah.
So it's very non-military. Like it screams, "This is not a fighting machine," you know.
It's here for,
and also
it's not even a survey drone for like the military. It's like a different faction. It means no harm. It doesn't look cool in the military simplistic way, nor does it have camo. Like it's here for a very specific purpose. Like it's screaming that.
Yeah, but still, it also has a ton of detail packed into it. Like the decals are pretty well distributed across the whole AC. If you look at the second last photo, there's even decals on like the ass side of it.
Yeah.
And just the way that they've placed the decals is very aesthetically pleasing, and it makes sense. I feel like maybe they could have put some more decals on the legs, especially on like the round like the knee like hub bits on the side.
Yeah.
Where we have seen in the past other people have put decals on there to great effect.
Yeah, there needs to be a bit more.
I would make. Yeah, I feel like they could put like a circular stripe around like the outer rim of it or something to like make that part pop out.
Yeah,
because right now,
because they're going for like a really solid color.
Yeah.
That's why they need to like contrast that with having some decals that stick out. Because they really went for a solid color throughout, which is actually very striking and fits the theme. But yeah, I do
actually
agree.
disagree because there's 2 tones of orange here.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, like you can see there's very, very subtle color separation on the core and on like the crotch, like the kind of codpiece part of the waist. Like the orange there is very subtly different.
Oh, like I see.
Yeah. So like there is actually a decent amount of color separation there. It's very subtle.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, which overall increases the visual interest of the build. But I feel like this kind of visual interest aspect could be expanded more, especially in the legs, where it feels more like a block of color because there's less obvious like red decals there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could use more like serial numbers, like just more details. Like even if you could tie it with like lore. More detail, just more decals in general would be nice because like it's got a really nice thing going here. Yeah. Plus, orange is a really rare.
This is a
color
great
to
entry.
use.
I wish it was just that little bit.
Yes.
More, I just want a little bit more from it, you know.
Yeah, just more.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
anyways, shall we skip that one? Well, yeah, and then no. Yeah, we're looking at that one.
All right, cool.
The Scrapper. Yeah.
All right. So, this one is by Graham, the Clean Scrapper. You like the orange? Good. So, let's see. Built by a collaboration between John Deere and RAD as a way to test new RAD tech and
No, John Deere's like a real life tractor company.
Oh yeah. RAD is a way to test new RAD tech and a scrapping AI that John Deere developed for destruction of the large amounts of waste on Rubicon due to some unforeseen issues with the AI. Though a human pilot had to take over and often assisted Rummy in keeping watch when he wasn't scrapping trash. Of course, during his tenure as the pilot of the Clean Scrapper, he actually managed to take out Iguazu during the data breach on RAD headquarters. Much to the amusement of Carla later, he died during a PCA war in an attempt to stop a coyote break-in. Okay. I see. Okay. Let's take
Iguazu catching strays from a random ass RAD pilot.
It's so fitting. So here we have another construction AC. Going for the more traditional Kit Kat look, I see.
Yeah. And this is technically also like RAD themed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, RAD is basically like construction themed anyways, so.
Yeah, that's true. Iguana caught lacking, yeah.
Yeah, I think all of the pictures look really nice, actually. I just want to highlight, let's see, which one? The third picture looks really cinematic, I think.
Oh yeah, baby. Plus, I like the scrapper, like the emote seems to glow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see the caution.
And there's a lot of...
weathering.
It's very weathered throughout, including on the decals, which I like.
Mm-hmm. This seems very straightforward, yeah. Like, construction machine that's seen some combat. It's very straightforward.
It does what it says on the tin.
Very weathered, already themed. And yeah, it says on the tin, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I am a little bit confused as to why the Scrapper name on the side of the core is yellow as opposed to the rest of the wording decals, which are white. But other than that, I think it's a very cohesive build.
Hey Redstone, how you doing? Hey, insert name. Hey, insert name here. So, just try checking out Discord. Okay, right. Honestly, though, insert name here. You're gonna have a better chance at finding people to play with in the official Armored Core 6 server and the PSN server. You're gonna have to look for those.
Or
servers.
you could just go in PvP matchmaking channel and then like see if anyone.
Yeah, we do
joins.
have some PS people here, but if that doesn't work, I'd suggest those two, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I don't have much to say except this is cool. It fits the theme, and there's no like particular weakness I could see. It's weathered pretty nicely, and even the decal, the decals themselves have like some weathering, which is really, really helpful. And yeah, like
I really appreciate that.
It works. Yeah, like so if this showed up like in the game as like Rummy's brother that like fights you in hard mode, I would not I would not blink twice and go, oh, like,
Rummy's brother.
Rummy's more or less coked up brother, who knows.
Don't talk to me or my brother ever again.
Yeah, don't talk to me or my son ever again. Yeah, Rorik, someone on YouTube side, but I'm afraid they're PSN, so you won't be able to play with them. There's no crossplay, you see.
Which is unfortunate, especially on like the Fashion Core end, because there's so many console builds that I want to download and let's just take a look at in the garage, but unfortunately, can't do that.
Yeah. But anyways, is there like, should we go back to the top? Okay, so what's the next one we're looking at?
And look at the finalists, actually, I think.
Yeah.
Do you want to get Talisman in now or later for the winners?
Let's get Talisman in now.
Yeah, sure.
Hang on, I think...
Wait, I'll just ping him if you want to open up AC6.
Hang on. I already have it open up. Hang on, I need to ping him a few more times. Just a few more times, give me a sec. Cool, like that, and boom.
Bruh.
Well, don't ban me. Don't ban me. There you go. Okay, there you go. Talisman's here. Greetings.
Hello. Welcome to the stream, man.
Hello, welcome to the stream, Talisman. Can you hear us? Talisman? Hello? Talisman?
Are you muted?
Hello? Oh, there we go.
There we go. You can finally hear us. Hello.
I had to plug in my microphone.
Sounds good. How's your day going?
All right.
All right. Would you like to introduce yourself to the chat?
All right. I'm Talisman. I won one contest and now I'm here.
Talisman is.
I guess that's basically it.
Talisman is one of the more familiar faces in our little drip community here. So more like especially for basically improving his AC throughout several fashion cores. But he's also more importantly right now in this particular moment, he is the judge. He's one of the judges for Fashion Core. He was
one of the judges.
Yeah, he's one of the 5 judges for Fashion Core. He's the other ones were unavailable at this moment, but we're gonna go ahead and look over the finalists and the community and judge winners now.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, I'm the only one that wanted to join.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we did it really last minute. That was my fault.
Yeah.
My bad. So,
I kind of forgot to ask earlier.
Well,
so
yeah,
that's my bad.
We'll improve that a little bit. Like I realized that I've been really busy with a lot of stuff, so I wasn't able to focus on the Fashion Core 3, but I've been hoping to make little bits of improvements on it so that, you know, we keep it at least a little bit fresh in terms of content. Hence why I made the intro and stuff. But yeah, maybe next time we could have more judges and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, Slayer, stop spamming. I appreciate it, but stop spamming. And Swindle, this is StarCraft 1's themes for Protoss and Terran, if I believe, depending on where you listen to it. So it's the StarCraft 1 OST. You might have to look into that. There's not a lot, so you'll find it easily. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the finalists. I have to go in the game for this one, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me quickly make sure the audio is
First
good.
of all, let's look at Steam KY's Hillside.
Wait, is it Steam and a different one? Then he's on Discord. I'm not Discord. Yeah, he's a Discord only then. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's Xbox One. So I see it right here. Perfect. So.
Oh yeah. Well,
I have.
Okay, cool.
This one is by Steam as a finalist. MDC3 Hillside. Here at the Bog Mining, we plan on making the transition from the Mecha War pilot to the workforce more manageable. We plan on achieving this goal with our new product, the MDC-3. This rigged tetrapod was built for the purpose of blowing rocks sky high. Of course, you need firepower to blow up mountains, which is why we've installed the famous 335 Earshot as the main hill demolishing weapon. If this isn't enough, we have the DFET-09 Tai Yang Show installed to finish the job. This bad boy also has a VE61 PSA, pulse scutum, and pulse protection to protect you and all the workers around you. And if you just so happen to be attacked, you'll be more than strong enough to either retreat or bring the fight to them. We also quickly mentioned that we allow the highly supported tradition of naming mechs, as you can see on the side of the AC. Terms and conditions will apply. Oh, Tosspot, I'm also streaming it, so if you want to see a more up-to-date, like,
Yeah,
if you want to see exactly what we're saying.
Watching.
Okay, so let's take a look at all the pictures here.
Yeah.
Another construction AC.
I
Yeah.
really like the fine and vandalized.
Oh my god! Wait, how much money do I have? That's exactly how much money I have, dude. I beat the game like 100 times. Also, what the hell, Tosspot? Why do
I thought you were talking about real life, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
No! Wait, also, Tosspot, why do you have my old profile picture? Don't think I haven't noticed you and your old shenanigans.
Well, I changed to Emotes, and you guys found that funny.
Bruh.
And I figured, oh, I should put Moby's old one on too.
This is identity theft. He's pretending to me a year ago. But dude, I beat the game countless times for like videos, and I barely have 100 million. Dude, vandalizing this AC, oh damn.
I think I have at least, what was 200,000? Actually,
I don't know, actually. I don't actually know how much I have, so can't really contribute to this.
I just know that I have a lot, because someone in the comments was like, bro, what the fuck? What do you need all that koan for? I was like, listen, there's nowhere to spend that at a certain point.
Yeah. I wish there was, like, a way to spend it, though.
100%. Warning, core generator, keep clear, high voltage. I have like 250 mil.
So,
wow. I'm on the smaller side.
So
then.
last
Wow.
time I checked, last time I like looked at it, I did achieve 200,000. Or sorry, no, two with 8 zeros.
That is harder. You could just say 200
That is
million.
certainly a number.
You could just say you could just say 200 mil, like
200 million. There we go.
Anyways,
I'm
apparently Empress
confused
says
sometimes because
250 mil.
sometimes I think
Uh-huh.
I'm confused sometimes because I mix up million with either 9 zeros or 6 zeros. Because usually I think it's 9 zeros, but it's just the 6 zeros.
Yeah, I just use the commas. But looks like Empress has 250 million, and Negave has 112. Swindle has 444,000. Interesting. So Empress, you could vandalize his AC like twice and still have money left over. Nice. But anyways, interesting.
But yeah, overall, I personally think one thing I noticed is that, okay, I personally would have liked to see more weathering on this construction AC, but
Yeah.
I do appreciate just the sheer amount of color separation that Steam has done through decals. Like, I have, like, currently, I have built the 30-minute missions Viral kit, so I know exactly how much color separation there is on the original design. And you can see that on the kind of ankles, like the like ankle areas, that's color separated. The front of the legs, even like the arms of the side, like the kind of bicep area of the Basho arms, that's also color separated with decals.
Cool.
Speaking of which, I actually got Nightfall recently, and he's really good.
Nice. I'm still waiting for mine.
Nice. Also, looks like Steam is in the chat right now. Oh my god, my AC, let's go. About to put your family in generational debt. I do disagree with what you said early in Hibbit, because this is clearly an advertisement. This is a brand new AC.
Okay, fair enough. This is like a showroom model.
I do have a little bit of a nitpick. The danger thing is going a little bit over here, you see. That's a small nitpick, but that's about it. Right here on the leg there's some danger decals, but like the danger decal goes a little bit beyond where it's supposed to.
Yeah,
I think that's a
clipping and
nitpick.
rendering.
I do love the $100 million fine vandalized thing.
Yeah, that's a really fun
Because there are
detail.
companies like that, like Ferrari, for example. That's more attributed to Ferrari. Ferrari is, unlike Lamborghini, is very infamous for like essentially blacklisting you if you like try to mess with like
Yeah.
their cars. They're very conservative about like any edits to their cars. While Lamborghini is like, you buy is yours.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is clearly an advertisement, like trying to sell you these things in en masse to your company executives
yeah.
and whatnot. So or even your so yeah, I think that's why it's like shiny. It's a brand new, fresh out of the factory vehicle in an advertisement. You know,
That's true. That's true.
In like car advertisements, you don't see used versions of the cars. You see them brand new from the car wash. Like at most, their tires will be wet.
Extra
like,
shiny.
extra shiny, yes. You know, like those Ram commercials or whatever.
The only nitpick that I really have is, I think the white stripes make it look more like a race car, like the Trans Am. I would have
Yeah, a
gone
little
with
bit.
those. I would have gone with like more of the diagonal striping that you see on
Yeah.
Like boarding
I
striping
actually-
rather
yeah.
than like pure like
the
white
diagonal.
striping.
Yeah. I would have preferred the diagonal striping that I used on my relatively recently made Patriot exosuit. And I
agree.
Yeah.
I definitely would have had the color scheme be like yellow, gray, and black instead of yellow, gray, and white.
You know that pattern construction vehicles use to indicate that it's a construction vehicle? It's like a black, yellow, like combination pattern.
Yeah, like the warning
Yeah.
striping.
Though I feel like those would be better. I do agree because the moment you mentioned it, I was like, yeah, there's something wrong with the colors. I was like, yeah, the white makes it look more like some kind of racing vehicle.
Yeah.
And if the lore said it was actually supposed to be sold to civilians, not even construction workers, but it looks like a construction vehicle, I would believe that because we have fucking pickup trucks that are shiny on the road all the time, and they're twice the size of your average pickup truck, but they're obviously not actually used for any of the stuff you would need for a pickup truck
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
Because they're often driven by managers of construction companies rather than actual construction workers themselves.
Right, okay.
So if that was the lore, I'd be like, okay, I could see what's going on here. It's essentially like a Hummer. Or anyone who owns a Hummer is not
Actually, yeah, that kinda looks
probably
like
not
that.
currently in the military. Probably. Let's assume. Like civilians often buy Hummers, you know, and that was like a suggestion by Arnold Schwarzenegger, to sell like Jeeps as Hummers for the civilian market. And if that was what it was advertised, and if it was shown in the lore of this, but that would make sense. But at the same time, if that was the case, they wouldn't have keep clear and danger stickers everywhere. Or like the vandalized thing. So it's clear that I do agree with Talspawn.
Yeah.
It's clear that this is a construction vehicle. So making white what makes it look more like a race car for civilians. So I do
Yeah,
agree
definitely.
that is a good point.
If I were to make this, I'd actually probably reference the Lego City, or the recent Lego City construction vehicles. They did a crane and a excavator. That has a little more of an orangey yellow, and a lot more of the striping and warning decals.
I feel like this looks like how people perceive construction vehicles to be. Like, not saying that it's bad that they didn't use a reference, but this is definitely more coming from Steam's his mind's eye rather than like based on an actual vehicle.
Yeah. Like maybe a closer reference may have helped. Not that you should copy everything all the time, but maybe a closer reference should have helped. Yeah, like there's no, you see it's generally black and yellow. There's no white because just like Tasman said, that makes it look a little bit more like
orangey in the yellow too.
some more of this might have helped. Like you see these warning signs and stuff, like the red and white.
Yeah, I think that's what we were all thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
And that red on that striping would also help.
Speaking of, I don't believe there is a company logo everywhere. That anywhere. That is not. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah. There needs to be.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see it. If there may be one, Steam. I can't see it. And as a company, you don't want that. You want your fucking logo stamped everywhere that like anyone could see.
Yeah.
Because even like you want it stamped everywhere. Like a companies have various kind of like indirect reasons why they want to do that. So yes, at the very least, you want like company logo, the company logo to be stamped here. Bog mining, yeah, bog mining like industries or whatever. You gotta have that stamped somewhere. You put 3. I can't see any Like that's
No,
yeah. I guess
that's
you
what
can
it
see.
was. I couldn't tell what it was
It's so
because of the
yeah.
like maybe like the image resolution, but like I thought that was just another warning decal. You can
Okay,
see
I
it on the
see it,
sides of
But
legs.
you gotta put this
Yeah.
on the chest somewhere because it's gotta be loud and
Yeah, it needs to
proud.
be big. Yeah, yeah.
It needs to
Yeah.
be easy.
Like
to
the
see.
warning decals are good for all this. The warning decals are good for like all the small details, but you really need the big company logo for all the larger surfaces.
Yes, you like the
100%
shoulder, the center of the chest, or the head. Like the sides of the legs are very nice, but you want it to be loud and proud. Companies are very loud and proud about the stuff they're making. It's brand recognition kills. Makes companies. So, those are my kind of nitpicks. But overall, I like what you did here. I like the lore. I like the like kind of advertising route that you went.
It
And
has
yeah,
character.
Steam, rock on,
I like it.
rock on, Steam, rock on. I can see why you became finalist. So next one is
That should be
really. I thought we had more.
Sean B1's also on a PlayStation.
Sean B1. Okay.
You need to scroll down 2 more.
Yeah, I see it.
think. One
Okay.
more? Yeah, there.
So this next one is by Sean
I
B1.
can't believe we have 2 console players in our finalist
I
list
know,
out of
like,
our
it's
5,
great that we're having
honestly.
more
It's
console
really
players.
good. It's really good to see.
Yeah, 1,100%. So, this one's called the Long Haul in lowercase. One of the RAD drones built to carry cargo around RAD territory. Some believe Long Haul is a rejected AI of Chatty, but it's not like Carly would say if that's true or not. But now all this AC does is move cargo around, weapons, scrap, and ammo. Whatever needs moving around. Okie dokie.
It's very... I feel like it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's carrying around 4 containers. It's kind of beat up, and yeah, that's
It's just
basically
a
it.
worker robot. Like you know, like in StarCraft, that's like those SCVs that only mine. Like
Yeah.
it has one
It's
purpose.
a forklift.
and
but,
it's a walk.
it's
It's,
a
a forklift,
forklift,
with
basically.
legs. It's a forklift with legs.
Yeah.
That's so true. Like I like that. I like that. Yep, we are at the finalists. Yeah, the shipping container, they do have different colors that helps distinguish them. I like how the shipping
yeah.
containers. I like the fact that like the hand missiles are shipping containers too. I like that usage. It's got
yeah.
very simple parts. Like even if you look at the lore of the parts, like the Basho, like the TQ is mostly to make it look small and empty, like, which I can accept that. And yeah, it's weathered.
Yeah.
It's got like the caution oversized,
I
like,
feel like
and
that's supposed
loud
to
and proud
highlight
logo.
the Chatty connection.
Yeah.
Like the TQ
yeah,
ad
I think
is
that's-
supposed to be like kind of like similar to Chatty.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not a looker.
Also, the thing
but
is,
it's like on purpose.
I think the feet really work for this AC.
Oh my
but
god, you're
the
right.
leg
Really?
part of the leg don't look weird with it.
It does
Like
look
the
a
feet
little
are
odd.
awesome, but I
You're right,
don't
you're
like
right.
the legs that the full course has.
What would you say like is like a alternative leg you put? Maybe the TQ legs.
The
I said
Wreckers?
Wrecker.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also still RID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. But you're right. The feet really work though. The feet look so construction-y.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would even say like if you use like board mesa, like tank leg.
Yeah.
If they like I feel like that'd be pretty cool too, because like it would, you know, a lot of construction vehicles have treads.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That would actually work too, because ACs can fly regardless of whether they have treads or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? Like that makes sense. Like this,
Yeah.
but overall, very straightforward. Like not much to say except like some, except for legs. Like it all works.
I didn't enter the contest.
Yeah.
I didn't enter the contest, but if I did, I'd probably do something similar to this because those missile pods definitely look like.
I know it's kind of cool. I was like, that's kind of neat. Like I like how they look like shipping containers. Very nicely done.
But yeah, overall, I really like how weathered the whole AC looks, especially all the decals. You know, I always nitpick about like people not weathering their decals to match the rest of the AC, but I guess
They took that to heart. I could see it.
saying that over multiple streams is like,
got to some
finally
people.
had some effect, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What else? I mean, I guess it's all the decals make sense for it. The oversized load one, especially.
Yeah.
And
Hello,
all like
Winterfrost.
the danger decals are weathered. The RAD decal seems a little bit cleaner than the rest, but like that just might be me and like the image resolution. So I
No,
don't
you're
know.
right. This is just a standard RAD logo. It doesn't have, has no weathering on it, I think.
Yeah.
But at least at the very least, they put it in
I
like an
wish-
area that wouldn't have too many scratches anyway. I guess it's like the under part of the
That's
arm.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's the thing with the weathering. It goes underneath the decal. So if you want weathered decals, you have to make it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's why I like to make weathering decals and then put them over, like layer them on top of other decals.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is really straightforward. Like, it's got very few weaknesses, and it does its job well. Like it.
Yeah. It's a very straightforward build and does exactly what the design brief says.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So,
Talspawn, do you have anything else to say about it?
No, it does its job, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from the small nitpick with the legs. All right, who's next? Oh, cool. This one is Altizia, right?
Yeah. Do you want to read the lore and then
Yes.
hop in game and look at it?
So this one's by Altizia, otherwise known as Zia. This is the Altveler 08717 Heal, or PC. The lore: Heal, humanitarian, emergency aid, and logistics. Focus, disaster relief, and field medicine. AC suited for war zones, natural disasters, or refugee care. An emergency response AC once built for missile launchers and scavenging of ruins by the Rubicon Research Institute, now rebuilt fit for emergency response. All three varying missile launchers have been modified into med bays that can house more than 50 med pods per missile slot, resulting in innovative
Metapods. I hear you, Moby.
oops, med pods per missile slot, resulting in the innovative use of weaponry into the new mobile medical respite, along with its left arm equipped with a plasma cutter in case of large debris between the AC and the patients. Former AC pilot Azzy, boasting its capability to safely evacuate patients from active war zones, thus quoting, "Death is false." Oh shit, may I hide in the corner? No, come out. Like answer any questions we got. So this finally, okay, so not that all the construction ACs I've seen were brilliant so far, but you know, I am seeing, I think it's really refreshing to finally see something a little bit more different. We're actually kind of seeing like Doctors Without Borders. You guys know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Talspawn, if you don't know what Doctors Without Borders is, it's a non-profit humanitarian organization specifically known for entering dangerous war, especially war zones, to provide a neutral aid, no matter what. Also, if you're talking,
Yeah, I think.
Oh, there you go.
No, I'm not. Or I wasn't. But I think I've heard of that before.
Yes,
But I haven't looked.
they're a decently famous organization, but overall, like they're very well known for providing an incredible amount of like aid to like dangerous places that other nonprofits just won't go to. They have a genuinely dangerous job. They've even been like friendly fired by accident, like by like U.S. organizations. But truly, a lot of generally speaking, they're very much heroes. So I like that's what this is going for. I mean, you can also think of him as like non-profit trauma team, I guess, from like Cyberpunk. Yeah, I guess if you want to look at it in a more funny way, I guess. But regardless, yes, this is what it's kind of going for. They even have the symbol, just like trauma team. Like the medical symbol. I get the usage of pink, but is there actually like a historical basis behind it? I wonder. Oh,
Not sure.
but
Actually,
yeah.
do you want? I don't think it's actually. I didn't think it was actually pink. I think it's just this tone of white that they used. Or are you talking about the lights? I think the lights are just an aesthetic
No,
choice.
the arm is pink.
Oh, really?
The
Wait,
arm is
the arm
do you want
is
to hop
pink.
into game? Oh, it is. Yeah.
It even in
Wait, do you have
game.
the share code?
Even in game. Also, why is it so laggy? Oh, never mind. There you go. Yeah. Hang on, I gotta turn my controller as well. Okay. There we go. Come on, controller.
Moby, if you're looking at it in game, your stream's not showing.
Only
it.
Discord.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna show you my screen instead. Okay. But you might have to lessen.
Okay,
the
there we
volume.
go. Yeah,
There
there
we
we
You
go.
might have to
It
remove
is
the volume.
pink. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is fully pink. Gray area medics. Essentially, yes. That's exactly what this is. The defender, because Lorette has washed off. I guess. If you wanted to go for that though, I feel like you could have gone for.
I feel like you'd want more like uneven like streaks of water though.
Yeah.
Like if you look at how like actual water damage looks on paint, you see that
Yeah.
there's always more fading where the water is most concentrated, so you get a lot of like streaks of white.
Yeah, but I do like
So
how, like usual, I do like how weathered it is. Aside from that, got a lot of decals because you want people that are aiming at you with a barrel to know that hey, you are a humanitarian medic.
yeah.
You are not supposed to be a target, and it is a war crime to target me. I could really see something like that go on. Oh yeah, like for example, I see here. Look. So they did it beautifully on the left side. Okay. Yeah, they did it beautifully on the left side. The right side seems
One
like a
nitpick
little
I
too
have
much.
is that the kind of decals are clipping into like other sections. Like you see there,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
nice,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then if you look towards the side, it's kind of like dropping downwards.
Yeah. That's a little. That's another nitpick.
That's a
we
small
got.
nitpick though.
Yeah, but
It's an like angle issue when you apply decals.
the other ones are placed very well though. And yes, you want a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of. You want a lot of decals like this. Like I said, you want anyone looking at you to know that hey, like this is an emergency response vehicle. You want to be loud and proud about it. Otherwise, people might go, but I didn't know it was a blink. But yes, I see that it's everywhere. Yeah, for example, this one's done really well. Yeah, that has like the little left side, but like I could believe it. But this one, it doesn't look as messy as like the previous one we've seen, like over here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like there could be a bit more weathering on decals.
That's true. Some strategic weathering on the decals would really help. I see that, like you see that the decals have been ignored by the weathering, so that would have really helped with the situation. But I do like the left arm here. This is a really good way of showing me, hey, the paint is washed off.
Definitely.
Like especially in like the tips. The right arm is a little egregious with like, it's unless you told me that like this thing was submerged like halfway through. Like I think this is a bit of an odd choice.
Yeah.
That being said, I mean I could be convinced, but like some bit more would be kind of cool. But overall I like the
I
colors.
personally
it's
just like it because it makes it asymmetrical. So
you're like asymmetry. And I medical colors, the ambulance, a lot of modern ambulances have the AMR, like they have like this kind of color scheme except for the pink, like the kind of red in particular, and a little bit of the blue and white. Yeah, I like it.
I also like how the coloring on the core isn't completely uniform. Like there's the white sections that, like, it's obvious that they use decals for color separation in the core, especially in the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
With the white stuff.
Like the white stuff.
And on the head with the red stripes.
Ooh, yeah.
I like how the red
Asymmetry.
stripes go through the horns of the head instead of like covering the horns like
Yeah.
you usually see.
I like that a lot.
It shows a
remember
level
those-
of intentionality that I like.
I don't remember if those horns are like separate colored parts or not, but if they aren't, it's very well
They
done
aren't.
with.
I'm pretty sure
how-
they aren't.
With how well they're integrated.
But yeah,
I'm assuming these
overall, I
blue
think
lights are
this
supposed to be
build looks very
sirens,
nice.
right? Almost.
Maybe. I
Probably.
don't know. I feel like if they were sirens, they would be red.
That's like blue. It's blue and red sirens. Like they're like blue and red. But there's already a lot of red.
I thought
hence
ambulances
why...
had different ones. But
Really? But yeah, overall, like I know we've been nitpicking a lot of this thing, but overall, like, it has a fresh, unique theme of being a medical, like a humanitarian robot, which I think is really, really cool, and it makes sense. Humanitarian organizations are not always the most rich.
I just realized also the eyes are pink. I think.
yeah, the eyes are pink. I think that's just a design element. I
Yeah.
really like the kind of how the eye color mirrors the rest of the pink on the AC. I feel like it's a very well designed AC but the design doesn't always match up with the lore intention.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's very nice.
I think it's very nice. Like it tells a good story.
Yeah. It does.
This entry was actually my first place pick, and I really liked it because it also kind of reminded me of all the vehicles from the game Wipeout.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you didn't say this, or if you didn't know this was a medical AC, you could also probably mistake it as another racing vehicle. All the decals on it.
Yeah, definitely. 100% agree.
Yes, overall, like I love this entry. Good job.
Yeah.
All right. So who's next?
All right. The next one is. Let's see. Oh, the next two are the winner, like the judge winner and the community winner.
Cherry Delight and
Should we look
Empress.
at-
Two familiar names.
Should we look at Empress first? Because I really want to leave
Leave?
my favorite for last.
Okay, I thought you
really
just said
wanna
leave.
leave.
I was like, oh, what? Yeah,
No.
You put so much of a pause between that. I really want to leave. Right, but
I was
you know,
confused too.
that was such a long pause. Okay, give me a sec. Empress. Okay, so
There we go.
we're gonna be going over Empress. This is a judge winner, correct?
No, this is the community winner.
This is the community winner. Okay. So
Well, technically, the judge winner also got the most community votes, but the way that the system works is that the judge vote takes priority. So if the judge vote also happens to be the one with the judge winner also happens to be the one with the most votes on it, the community winner goes to the second, the AC with the second most votes on it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
as an explanation for people who might not know.
Yes, indeed. So this is the thumbnail, you see, guys. So this one is by Empress, a very familiar name. Has one armor drip, has one fashion course. Empress is one of the premier names in the Western drip community. Like, I'm not even remotely surprised. And seeing Cherry Delight, who recently won, who recently won an entry in armor.
Cherry
drip
Delight's build was my second place pick. So
yeah. All right, so let's take a look at this one. So it's called Need to Demolish a Building Quickly. We got you. So Empress has never really been one for writing lore, but all about like designing the AC for it to tell its own story of whatever the person thinks. So this is very Empress. And, I remember like when I told Empress, hey, I'd like to do an interview or a script that I could read off or someone else could read off, and Empress sent me something, and I said, hey, can you make this a little longer because you're actually on the shorter side, and then he never responded to her again. So this is exactly Empress style, focusing fully on the AC itself. Let's just take a look at the pictures here a little bit. Very, very nicely done pictures.
Empress is always really, really good at taking pictures. He's actually a god with in-game photo modes.
Oh, yeah.
Because of his Warframe experience.
Fashion frame. I see. So we got a building demolisher. I was very busy back then. Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to tell people a funny story. I'm not like salty about it or anything. Okay.
Man, I really I know the AC will look really good in game, but let's just take the time to appreciate all of these awesome photos.
Okay.
I really like the 5th photo with the missile hatches open.
Yeah.
That's a really
It looks
good
like the
photo.
commando from like Helldivers or like the movie Arnold Schwarzenegger is in.
I think that's supposed to be what it's the design's based off of, surely.
Mm-hmm.
I know from experience, taking a photo with the exact shot frame perfect you want is a lot of attempts. I think in one of my, at least one of my photo entries for Thunderstruck, I was fighting, who was it? The member of Branch who wasn't king.
Chartreuse?
Chartreuse, yeah. she has the earshot, and I spend several minutes like trying to frame perfect the projectile of the earshot so it puts light on the AC, and that also helped make the minigun shine a little. So I know having the canisters open like that is sometimes can take like precise pausing and stuff.
Mm-hmm. But looking at the AC itself, do you guys have any like thing in particular? It obviously has like some construction elements going on. It's supposed to be a building
These-
monster.
these are
much
the kinds of stripes
like, there's a lot of detail going on with this build. I feel like you really have to look at it in game to see all of them. Like, even with all the photos that he's put on,
Going for a really
there's
high tech
so many
look, I'll say. Like, look at like the head part. It
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
it looks like some kind of like hexagonal barrier. You got like tech markings here. Definitely like the more a more high tech demolition machine than the ones we're used to until now, with lots of weathering and more rugged looks. This is definitely like a fancier, specialized machine that hasn't been used yet.
I've seen a couple of like play sets for like circuit boards and like computer stuff, and some of those decals really remind me of that.
Yeah.
Like it's-
yeah, definitely. Like the green ones.
Yeah, the green
on, like, the shoulders.
light ones. Yeah, they
Yeah.
definitely look like some sort of
Yeah, and there,
toy
like,
version of a
underneath.
circuit board. Yeah,
All
and
the
those diagonal
decals.
stripes are exactly what that other AC is missing.
Yeah, all the decals are reused according to Empress. Yeah, like I see a lot of repeating themes here from older builds. Honestly, Empress, I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised you use anything other than the Mind Alpha core. and the BP44D head.
True.
You're so well known for that in my head. I'm surprised you actually. This is a bit of a departure from what you normally do. And hey, it works. We got some false
But
lighting
yeah,
here
I
on the
feel
side.
like the use of the salad arms really like gives it like a different silhouette compared to like a regular AC. Like how
Yeah.
like wide the arm, how wide set the arms and
It's
the
a very
legs are.
rare arm to use. I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
In general, not even
Actually,
just
now that
the
I think
drip, but in
about
the
it,
game.
now that I think about it, this theming really reminds me of Diaclone.
Yeah, true. In case people don't know, Diaclone is basically what like the Transformers toys are like rebranded versions of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
That's what it reminded me of. That toy line was like in Japan in the late 70s.
I mean,
then
Diaclone's still
Hasbro bought the
around.
rights to it.
They're still
Yeah.
like releasing new things.
Well, they rebooted it with the massive. Well, they did Battle Convoy, the redo of Optimus Prime, and then there's the big one that turned into this. Well, the bottom half turned into this giant tank aircraft carrier, and the top half turned into this giant jet. But the surface details, that's what it reminds me on this AC.
Ooh,
That was
okay,
what
yeah.
it
Now
reminded me
that
of.
you point that out, that's true.
Empress said. Fun fact:
Like, Moby,
salad arms
you
was.
should go.
Mhm.
You should go like Google search the Diaclone stuff to compare it to,
How do you spell Diaclone?
because I'm not sure. Yeah,
yeah,
Diaclone.
DIA. Yeah.
I'm saying Clone Wars.
DIA and then clone. In one word.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's some of the newer stuff.
So according to Empress,
And that's Battle Convoy.
according to Empress, the salad arms was used because the Slappy challenged him. It's the whole reason the thing exists.
Fair enough.
I see.
Yeah, look at
I
the
see a lot of like the
older
red
art stuff,
the
all
giant red buttons, the like little tech markings here. I see. It's kind of going for like a it very much does look like a transformer
Yeah,
thing. So
it's
so
the progenitor
Diaclones
to
are not
Transformers.
Transformers, correct?
No.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are not. But the
Oh.
original, or some of the original toys for Diaclone were later taken by Hasbro and turned into the original Transformers.
Really?
As well as the microchange line.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's why you see in the middle, like at the top of your screen there, Optimus Prime with the big Diaclone logo. You just scrolled past it a little further up. Yeah, there, the truck mode. A little further up.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyways, like I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's why he's called like convoy in like even in like Japanese.
Really? He's called
Because,
like his
that's the
original
term.
name.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
But yeah, I think this. I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but this is definitely the aesthetic that Empress reminds me of.
Oh, yeah, I see like the
Yeah,
like especially like the red buttons and like the
And I
tech
really
markings.
like
Yeah.
I like all like the glowing bits that Empress is really well known for, especially on the head there, like you pointed out earlier.
Yeah, I guess the only thing I criticize
And also all the false lights.
I guess the only thing I criticize is that it does reuse a lot of the decals, but I'm not really criticize like nitpick. It does reuse a lot of the decals everywhere.
My only nitpick is those light decals don't necessarily fit a construction vehicle.
Yeah.
But they are still
it
really
doesn't
good
really
decals.
fit the theme that
I
well.
think this is more of a
it's a very
deconstruction
nice
vehicle.
looking AC.
I think this is supposed to be a deconstruction vehicle. Maybe the whole point of all those lights is like a warning lights. It's like, hey, you know, timber, I guess, but like mountains, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, it's asymmetrical. The left and right are different colors.
You just had to go close to your mic to say that.
You'll always notice it.
Asymmetrical. Wait, is it? Oh, it is. I mean, I see it here in the crotch, but
No, the left arm is gray and the right arm is yellow.
Yeah.
you right. Yeah, it's going for like a
But yeah, also I think- The yellow color scheme is definitely evocative of like construction, but if you really wanted to like be different, I probably would have gone with the color scheme of Lego Power Miners, which is like lime green and orange,
True.
and that also
Yeah,
could have
that would
been
actually
a
be
little more
really
demolition.
good, like base for an AC, I think.
Indeed.
Overall, I have nothing to really nitpick about this AC. It's very well done. I would say that it might not fit the theme as well as it could have, but overall, it's very good.
Yeah, I think like going for like a civilian, like this is like a more fantastical theme, I will say, like more high techy, more just like you guys almost said.
Yeah,
like
more
it reminds me
sci-fi.
of like the Diaclone toys. Almost looks like a toy of a civilian construction vehicle, like deconstruction vehicle,
Yeah.
I guess, quote unquote. So if like, but Slappy has always been one to say the lore is what you make of it, like make your own from like what I make. So hey, like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is what I'm saying is everything I say is canon. I'm kidding.
All right.
And if it's like I heard
Sure,
enough.
if that's what you want.
Anyways, I love this. Empress is a master of his craft as usual. Okay,
Yeah.
so this next one,
First place.
the Cherry
Why not
Delight.
just
This is
the-
community, not
It's
rather
below,
than
it's
rather.
below.
It's community.
It's the very.
It's one of
second
the
last
last
one.
ones. Yeah, there we go.
Here it is. Yep, this is. Okay, so it's not first
Here's
place, quote
the
unquote. This is the.
judge vote winner.
This is the. Wait, this is the judge one. I'm still confused.
Yeah.
It's the judge winner,
This is the
but it
judge
also
vote.
won the
This
most
is the
votes.
judge vote. Okay,
But
okay,
since
gotcha.
it won
Yeah.
the judge, yeah.
Okay,
Since
okay.
it did win the judge vote, Empress AC was the
Gotcha.
community vote winner.
Yeah.
So this one's by Cherry Delight, who I believe was the runner-up for Armored Core 4. Like made an AC with a lot of really cool, unique mechanical details that I haven't seen before. Hence, Inhibit and I spent a solid hour and a half in like private calls, just gushing over it. And of course, Skull won Gabriel's AC, that also won. But I remember Inhibit sent this to me and was like, "What the fuck, Moby? Check this out. You have to see this." My God. So I can't wait to show this one to you.
This is
one looks-
amazing.
This is amazing. Like this is like max effort on the pictures as well. So we absolutely have to take a look at the pictures. So first, let's look at the lore. Log entry 31 by Mission Commander Bennett. Mission completion plus 592 standard Earth hours. We have successfully integrated what remains of the mission module to the Spirit of Venture. Damage to the ship was extensive when it collided with asteroid debris, but we had repaired whatever we could save. The photovoltaic panels and that powered the anti-asteroid laser is now our lifeline and what's keeping our power going. But it's far enough from to spool from our but it's far enough to spool up our FTL, faster than light travel, I'm assuming. Damage to the ship's reactors was critical and unsalvageable. Hence, we made the unanimous decision to jettison it towards the system's sun. Captain Yuno's expert handling of the arcade arm is commendable. As per Captain Yuna and Chief Engineer Lindsay's suggestion, we also had rigged one of our PV panels to power the last surviving multi-beam antenna from the anti-asteroid mission module via the arcade arm. We will be using half the available power to make blind transmissions to deep space every 8 standard hours, the process of which has been automated, so in the event of the entire crew is incapacitated, the transmissions will continue. We estimate we have just under 49 days before supplies run out. We are lost, floating in uncharted space, but the crew's morale remains high. Oh my god, so fucking beautiful. This is such a good shot. How did... This is cropped. There's no way, right?
Yeah.
This is definitely cropped. I don't know. How would I even get a picture like this? So I think this is cropped, but not that that's a bad thing. You are allowed one fully photoshopped
Either
picture.
that, or it might have been one of the last missions, because I know you're in space there.
Yeah. That's where I'd try to get a space shot.
Also, there's some sort of video editing, because you can see like the very subtle like text on the sides of the screen.
Yeah, it looks like the
as a heads up display.
menu when you like boot up the AC at the beginning of the mission.
Oh yeah, presentation is 100. Yeah, this blew my mind. I was like, holy fuck. The picture, like,
the theming is immaculate.
It looks like real. Yeah, first of all, it already looks like a classic shuttle. The ones that are not in service anymore, but iconic to a lot of our minds because of its unique design. It's got using the fucking vertical missile launchers as solar panels.
That's amazing.
Is so freaking big brain. Oh my god! Like, and of course,
this is what I wanted. People like
panel.
when I wanted people to like repurpose weapons and
like
kind of reflavor them into other things.
ACs were used for things other than warfare, right? Like having the bubble gun be the freaking like telescope or like looking thing. Oh my god! Like the antenna,
satellite dish.
Yeah, the satellite dish. The anti-asteroid mission module is a Wurger, probably running on Oculus.
Yeah.
Running an Oculus FCS.
And like the cockpit at the front of the cockpit at the front and like the
really
windows.
Is a ship.
It's a little subtle, but I don't think it's how do I put this? I think the windows are too small or like not they don't stick out very well. That's probably the only nitpick I have. Like your eye's drawn to like the core of the AC, but you really don't notice the windows.
I was actually drawn to the front of it first and foremost before the core. Like in the first photo, it's shot in a way that the core is actually obscured by the shadow. Like it doesn't look like there's a core, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I also
I feel like it does the shuttle illusion very, very well.
Yeah, I actually disagree with Tilespawn's point. If I'm looking at a picture of a shovel right,
it's subjective.
A shuttle right now, it's objective. You said?
No, subjective.
Oh, okay. I got confused. But essentially,
I probably would have made the windows bigger.
Yeah. That's why I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I disagree with your point. Like I'm looking at a shuttle picture right now, and the windows are freaking tiny, and even the front part, like the biggest part, windows, they're there and bigger than the rest of the windows. They're probably in an area like this. You probably want good armor. Even tiny fucking like grains of sand moving at God knows how many tens of thousands of miles per hour will obliterate. Like, okay, they don't go through the windows, but they do permanently damage the tempered glass. Well, maybe not tempered glass, but the type of glass that's in it. It doesn't go through, but it does do noticeable damage. So you probably want something that could actually withstand it, minimize the amount of, I guess, windows repairs it would do.
And that's why you want to make windows a bit smaller.
Yeah, like, and minimize the areas. Like, and looking at like a real shuttle, I see that Cherry's Delight, she clearly like saw that the windows, there's not a crazy amount of windows, or at least larger windows. So I actually personally, subjectively essentially, like agree with the decisions of like Cherry Delight. And yeah, the coloring looks good. Like, you know, the poster aside, the
This is
coloring
immaculate,
looks
honestly. Like,
immaculate.
it's so
it
good.
looks so it looks real, like, to me. There's a part of me that goes, this is just like a shuttle. And using the tub as like the main ship, using like an AC, like having this idea of an AC be repurposed by using like all the weapons that would actually make sense of like what you're trying to do. It's so freaking cool. Let's take a look at the other pictures too.
Wait a second. It says, we have successfully integrated what remained of the mission module to the Spirit Adventure. Is the core and the arms and the head supposed to be like the
Satellite?
like satellite, and the rest of the
Station.
ship is it's like docked to the main ship?
That would be so cool.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think that's what's going on actually.
Oh.
Also, it does seem with that section picture there, the background doesn't look edited, and she actually got photography in the last couple missions where you're in space.
Ah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yep. This is definitely part. This is at least part of the map. I recognize this.
This one is
Breaching
the
the
one where
Carmen
you
line.
fight Rusty with unlimited stamina.
Yeah, this is breaching Carmen
But
line.
the other
Yeah.
ones might be the.
Oh my god, these pictures go so fucking hard.
Honestly, I don't know if we'd actually be able to do it justice in game, because like you
No.
don't really get to see the entire like thing.
Yeah,
in the,
but let's give it a shot.
the hangar.
We'll go to breaching Carmen
yeah,
line
sure.
and ignore the ships.
Man, this is such a good design.
It is. It really like it's so unique. Like, oh my god, it's done so well. Using elements from real life. God damn, the tub is huge. Okay. Let me see if I could just go to the sky.
Games begin. Hope you don't mind.
Okay, well I can't go any higher than that right now, but so. Well, I mean, vaguely, like this.
Yeah.
But overall, like, the idea of
feel like
using the
one
tub as a
thing that
ship
I-
is so cool. Huh?
Yeah, I feel like the one thing I would personally change is, maybe they're going for like ion engines or something, but like, I would have personally used a red generate, like a combustion generator.
Ah, yeah, true. It's using blue ones, huh? Maybe they go for like a futuristic
Yeah.
look, but it is true that like, you know, if they're going for
Maybe.
since they already did a callback to the to a traditional shuttle that this is clearly based off of, it does make sense that like a combustion engine would be used. But I guess because they did mention an FTL, I'm gonna be.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
think
It's
I'm
a
gonna
bit
defend
more
it.
futuristic.
I think because yeah, they have an FTL. This ship is clearly, although you know, inspired by real life shuttles, like it's clearly meant to be a futuristic device. So I'm assuming that's why they went with like the blue ion. I guess my question is like, why are the solar panels blue? I guess because like solar panels are generally like goldish, aren't they? Like in
Well, the
space.
big square
They're
ones.
like black or like dark blue and stuff.
The
Really?
big square ones that I see on satellites are
Yeah.
blue.
Really? Okay. I could, maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, I think I'm wrong about that then. But yeah. It looks it looks utilitarian. You can even see some. You can even see what seems to be like wires.
Yeah, I
It's
noticed
like
that.
wires linking the.
Yeah.
I did notice that.
That is a bit of a nitpick.
It's
You see like
cables linking the like sensors and stuff.
yeah. I guess the little nitpick here is like it does like show up here a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moby, I've not seen a golden solar panel. I might be thinking of I might be thinking of the antenna or something else. Like I
Yeah.
said,
I think
my
you're
memory's a
definitely
bit
thinking
groggy.
of like the like radar dishes and stuff, and like the, because you know they use gold to
Reflect.
block out like
yeah, not absorb, reflect.
radiation and like heat and stuff.
Yeah, but my
Yeah, like a
gosh.
thermal blanket.
Yeah, it looks utility. Like it has all the right decals on it that make it look so official. The Spirit Adventure listed around here has the right colors for the parts. It's clearly a lot of research was done, I'd say.
Gorgeous. I really like this entry.
Honestly,
And like all like the different thrust bells and stuff.
yeah, and I will say this: I've never seen a build where the Lamborghini so perfectly just disappears into the body in a good way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't think I've seen a build that does it so successfully as this one. Mainly because the tub is so huge. I think that really helps.
Yeah,
I think
that's the case.
I think the core and the color scheme around it, that is all gray, kind of makes it blend in a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
But I
kind of
think,
meant to blend in, no, because of the whole theme. Like,
Yeah,
the lore
like
of
it wants to be like a single machine. Oh. And a ship having these like usable arms, although obviously, you know, aerodynamics or the lack of would not be great. But like fantasy, fictional
it doesn't
wise,
really matter in space, does it?
yeah, it's well, like, you know, I'm assuming like just during entry and exiting, but I, you know, it's believable to me that like this thing could probably fold up properly when it's not deployed. Like I could believe that it could like fold up so that it could increase, you know, or that it's even attached in space, you know. So honestly, sci-fi wise, this is perfect. Like taking a lot of real life inspiration, doing the decals
agree.
well, and having the fantastical element, and of course, just rubbing our imaginations the right way. 10 out of 10. Holy shit! If I was a judge, this would have been such an easy pick for me. Holy
Same,
crap.
honestly.
Like this blew my mind.
Well, I
This is
wasn't
one of my
a judge,
favorite
and I was-
seasons I've ever seen.
Sorry, you guys could go. Cosmon? You're about to say something.
Sorry. I didn't vote for this because I was so sure it was gonna win the community
Looks
vote.
like I got the first
That good.
Yeah.
point.
Ah. Well, yeah. Holy crap.
But I guess it just ended up winning the judge vote anyways.
Yeah.
I expected, like, holy crap, like, yeah, this is special. This is special, and honestly, you know, obviously, I'm not gonna like force anyone into anything, but Cherry Delight, like, you know, you only recently like started entering our stuff. Like, if you're out there listening to this, I hope we get to see more of your stuff, because holy crap,
Definitely. Yeah.
you have just made banger after banger. There's actually, I will say this, there's actually like a lot of lore that I had to cut out from Cherry Delight's video about her AC and Armored Drip 4. I just couldn't figure out a where to place it. Because like fashion cores can go as long as they're required to by writing down the lore and stuff like that. Like by reading out the lore. But in Cherry Delight's video, it made her segment like a little bit longer than everyone else's. While at the time, like I just made the decision to cut it out. But Cherry Delight like knows how to write good lore on top of that. So I'm pretty excited to see what she'll come up with next. Yeah, like making a ship.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure with your fashion core, you do have to cut things for time, because I have so much documentation on the progression of my Thunderstruck that if it did ever win, you'd probably have to cut maybe half of it out.
Yeah. Like some people are like Talspawn. Like you have to cut some stuff out because you want, at least for me, for Armored Drip, for the Armored Drip, you have to like make it somewhat equal, so that like everyone has like a good amount of time. Some disparity is fine, so long as it's not like egregious, at least for me. But then you have people like Empress, where like I have to like unable to can. I have to like make extra long pauses between stuff because he's like, "This is good AC." I'm like, "This is a good AC." All right. Huh? That's like Empress style, like of like, listen, like make what you make of it, like makes a beautiful AC. But in terms of lore, Empress is not like one to write stuff like that, and some people are not. So it's like a different, unique, thing. YouTube stream should be going okay, Negabe. It's okay on my end. Hopefully it's fixed for you, but we're about to wrap up anyway. But regardless, this is a beautiful entry, Cherry Delight. I hope I get to, if you're there listening, I hope I get to see more entries from you. If not, like you have really touched us with this really with everything you've made so far. But yeah. Anyways, yep, that was it. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Does anyone have? Oh yeah, that's right.
And
We're not done
participating.
yet. And participating, yes indeed. I will be adding these 2 ACs into the new intro, and I will be fixing the mistakes as well. So,
and I'll be putting them in the Hall of Fame as well, because I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I know, but I know you've been busy. But aside from that, Inhibit, would you like to announce anything?
Well, I mean, I already mentioned it near the beginning of the stream, but the next challenge Well, we're still trying to figure a few logistics things out with like the judge roster and stuff, but it should be going live sometime next week, and it'll be a freestyle challenge, so you can just submit whatever, like as long as it doesn't break the server rules, of course.
Yeah. Remember to join Inhibit Progress and my Discord server if you want the latest up-to-date news with Fashion Core and everything related.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess that's. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, let me just quickly catch up on chat. If you force me to write lore, I'll make sure you regret it. I'm not saying it's a negative thing. I'm just saying it's a different style. Empress, you still killed it this time around. Finalists is my first time. It's crazy for me. Hey, like you did well. Congratulations. Freestyle time? Huh? Maybe. But we'll make the official announcement next week. And for Talspawn, do you have anything cool to announce? Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. I don't know if you ever had anything, but otherwise, thank you so much for joining us.
I have something I can plug if I.
Sure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here.
Sure. It's not safe for work, right?
No, it's fine.
Why is this the first question?
The only reason I'm worried is your YouTube profile picture.
I'm a loose cannon.
That's why I'm asking.
No, so I graduated college in game development, and me and like that was like a year ago, or almost a year ago. But me and like 12 or 13 other people made I just copied. There we go. There's no link there. Yeah, me and like 12 other people made a game, and it's free on Steam. I'll send you the link in DMs if you want to.
Send it to me. Send it to me now so I can show everyone.
Yeah. It's a very small indie game. It's meant for multiplayer, but it's free.
Cool. So this is a game made by you and your buddies, right?
Yeah, for our final college project.
Okay, cool. It's called Whimsical.
I did most of the. Yeah.
Yes, you go.
I made most of the concept art and UI stuff.
Cool. Can you tell us a little bit more about the game? Just maybe a sentence or two.
It's kind of like Smash Bros.
Oh.
So it's like a player versus player versus player where you just throw each other off the map. There's sound to the trailer, but there's some gameplay.
So
I love the
fooling around
thing
throwing each other
on the bottom because like it gives it so much life. I think it's so cute. Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, guys!
So those UI elements at the bottom, I drew myself. Those shelves and that ladder I made. I made most of the concept art for the levels.
Hell yeah, it's so cute. Like honestly, it's so cute. Like it seems to run really well. Like how long did this take you again? It was a college project, you said. 8. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Wow. Hey, you made something pretty damn good for 8 months. I don't think Yandere Simulator is even done yet. But anyways,
but
yeah,
it's free on Steam if you want a quick little game to play with friends. That's really fun.
Remember to leave a positive review if you like the game as well. But so there's a Talspawn. Honestly, Talspawn, that is really really cool. Honestly, here's the thing I gotta say, Talspawn. Games, you heard about the Nintendo 2 Switch's 2's release, right? And how much the games might cost?
Yeah.
Up to $90, 80 to 90 or something like that.
I have opinions on Nintendo.
Yeah, but okay, well, not that for now. But I just wanted to quickly add in that with the rise of cost of video games that may arise from this, it's more important than ever that we have proper indie devs. In fact, they're gonna have a better time because people, a lot of us. I mean, I'm a streamer. Sometimes I'll buy games even when they're on discount in order to play it. But if on a normal circumstance, as a regular consumer, I'd probably wait like a year or two or until that shit is on discount to ever even hope to get that kind of stuff. And a lot of us will just opt for indie games because they are just more affordable. A lot of, especially with this economy, a lot of us don't have money to drop $90 fucking on a video game.
Yeah.
So especially with So it's gonna be more important than ever, and we might even have another golden age in indie dev gaming. So honestly, Tile Spawn,
Yeah.
I wish you luck. You got some good things.
I also
going for towards
remember
you.
I spent about a week sculpting a dragon as a as like a what's it called? Like a an area hazard that was ultimately just cut from the game. I did have fun making
shit
that.
happens, I guess.
That's the standard process in creation, is that you have to take out a lot of stuff that you thought were cool. I actually like what your approach. A lot of games like do the reverse, but like this is a bit of a distraction. But this is the only not distraction. But this is the only example I could think of. StarCraft 2 is a very well balanced game now. Well, mostly so. But it's an RTS, okay. But essentially, if you look at the alpha, they had a lot of cool ideas, and they simply had to scale those down for balance reasons. But it's really cool that like they had all these ideas and they just threw it at the wall to see what would go on. Well, like if anything cool could actually be kept in. And a lot of them did, but a lot of them were just like, okay, it makes sense why I didn't put this in. They just cut it down. So hey, like I like that approach.
Also, I just realized I might have accidentally doxed myself because in the game there's a credits page with my real name on it.
Oh wow.
Good job.
But I don't think I don't think like it says who did what. So there's about a 1 in 10 or 13 chance you'll be able to guess my real name, right?
Tile Spawn doxing Gasha.
Oh my god. Well, Talspawn, if it's actually very serious, I do want you to let me know, and then I could cut this part of the stream out. But you should probably let me know soon if you want to. If you want to.
As far as I remember, there's not like oh, this person did this thing, so I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, like if
but
you
it is
want to
a really
let me know,
good
do
indie
it
game
quickly.
and it's free.
Does that make sense? Like
Okay.
if you actually want to,
No,
it's trivial for me to remove remove parts of the stream. Like yeah. Do I prefer it? No, because it removes the chat history. But you know, it is what it is what it is. So if for your sake, if you really want me to remove this last part, just let me know. Not that I could actually control what everyone else here live knows. But anyways, thank you so much everyone for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Like I hope, remember next week is the likely date for us announcing the next Fashion Core number 10. All right, see y'all next time. Peace. For those of you on Discord, I'll chat with you after about 4 or 5 minutes if you guys are willing to. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the game again.